wink, wink. We're coming in because apparently the movie doesn't want to work. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I am still suffering problems from having to wipe and recreate my entire computer, obviously. But good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wardens of Whitechapel, our Mage of the Awakening 2nd edition D&D game set in 1888 London on the eve of the Jack the Ripper murders. But our dear Cabal has bigger problems than Jack the Ripper to worry about tonight. I am Throck, your storyteller, also known as Sean, because I can pronounce my own name. You can find me on the tweeters at ThrockPlay, co-founder here at Welcome to the Party, and very glad to have you all with us. We're going to play some Mage. Let's go around and say hi to everyone. Bohemian Goth will be joining us probably in about an hour or so, and so we'll kind of take a backseat until she makes it. Was running late tonight, but we wanted to go ahead and get playing, and we had her permission to do so. So we will bring her in when she gets here. But let's go around and say hi to everyone else, starting with Kay.
Hi, Undead K. You can find me on K_Undead at the Twitters. I play Kali, a Moros Mage, Death Mage. She's also the Hearthmaster here, and yeah, looking forward to finally getting back into this.
Woo! All right, Kevin.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kevin Myers by Sonic Kevin on the Twitters, and I am playing the Mole, a Moros Mysterian who is a little creepy.
A little creepy. Likes to be underground and not around people. Yeah.
A lot of me in there.
Are you underground right now?
What's that?
Are you underground right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not anymore.
Okay. DBM.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jackie, better known as Death by Mage on the internet, and I will be reprising my role as Jekyll, the mysterious mage of the Mysterium Order, because touching the darkness is not enough.
Boop. Boop.
Poke it.
Yes.
And it pokes back.
Just wiggle your finger in there a little bit. And Evan.
Hello, I am Evan. I am playing the Reverend. I am on Twitter at EvanJennings64. I think that's it on Twitter. And I am also on Instagram and stuff as Zombie Love Juice. And I'm very excited for this game because whatever this thing is an asshole, and I'm tired of it, and it's infecting my city, and I'm not having that bullshit.
Yes.
I'm also very, very upset because of the recent events.
I mean, the surgery went okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Calm down.
The surgery was pointless. I'm very pissed about that. There's no point. We'll do
My chest, Jekyll's chest doesn't appreciate being bludgeoned by a cross.
Yeah.
And before we get started, I would be remiss to remind folks that we have amazing sponsors, supporters, and all that kind of stuff. First of all, thank you to our patrons. They keep the show going on, or keep the channel moving forward on a regular basis. We love... Oh, look at that. DBM doing the exclamation points for me. Our Patreon is the best way to support the channel, frankly, because we get more of that money, but we do love your subs and bits. And remember, a subscription or 500 bits will get you the ability to give one of these fine people extra dice on a roll. It will give them two... you know what? We're going to say it's like a willpower, right? And so it will give you 3 extra dice on a roll of your choice. And if you do a tier 2 subscription or 1,000 bits, it gives them, what do we want to say, a free success. A free, what is it, success? A free uber success. Right.
Starts with an E.
Yeah, exceptional success. A free exceptional success.
Exceptional.
Yeah.
So they can choose to like absolutely like crit
just
something.
Whoosh. Yeah, it's a crit. It's a free crit essentially for a what is it? A tier 2 or 1,000 bits. Indeed. So, last but not least, of course, thank you to So Nerdware for being our amazing merch sponsor. You can find them at sonerdware.com, where if you buy amazing Welcome to the Party merch and use the code WELCOME, you can get 10% off your next order. And if you're a patron, you get 15% off your next order through a special patron-only code. So check that out. All right, with that, who wants to tell me what happened on our last episode?
I could try. I could
Yes.
give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot. All
Okay.
right. So, from what I remember, last episode we had already discovered that what is plaguing the city are these abyssal spiders, right?
Yes.
That are sapping people's energy and feeding off like their psychic energy, I guess.
Essentially.
Are emanating this like void, this abyssal essence, which is like the antimatter of magic. Essentially, it's like the opposite of magic.
Yes.
We discover that. We discover that whatever is controlling them is almost like a hive mind, and it lives underneath the
Harmony House.
The Harmony House.
Harmony
boarding-
House.
Harmony
boarding
House.
school.
Lives
Yeah.
under the Harmony House. And we did a little bit of research, found out that it would be kind of allergic to mercury, or mercury would hurt it or something like that.
Yeah.
And that in this thing had already come through, whatever's controlling all these spiders needs to basically get the shit kicked out of it in order for us to send it back to whatever hellhole it came from or destroy it or something.
Yeah.
I stopped listening and kicked the shit out of it. And I was on
Yeah.
board.
Yeah, you're
So-
not wrong.
Right. What we did in order to try to connect with it was we had a very unnecessary and very silly surgery on an old who has done nothing to anybody.
Perfect.
We
It
cut
went
open her head.
flawlessly.
We cut open her head to find it full of these phantom spiders, and then put one of them in a jar, which we could have just done without cutting her head open, but that's fine. And so we, after doing that, Jekyll decided to try to reach out to whatever is controlling these thousands of spiders with its mind. Jekyll wanted to try to infiltrate its mind because he thought that was a good. So he reached out into wherever the ether is, and this thing basically reached back, poisoned his head, almost took control of him. Maybe, we're not totally sure what might have happened, and he was able to repress his memories of the event because it like drove him a little crazy.
I don't know what memory you're talking about. It never happened.
Exactly. And
Yeah, exactly.
before we could really formulate a plan, we realized that this creature basically had a psychic link with Jekyll. And if we told anybody, if we came up with a plan, the thing might have heard it. We weren't sure. We really don't know that much. So Reverend decided to take Jekyll out to a warehouse sort of in the middle of nowhere in order to try to purge him.
Where all the
this.
pretty rabbits were.
Where all the rabbits were.
Yeah.
And I was able to I was able to save Jekyll from the hold that this thing had on him, and it only took a little bit of tough love.
Yeah. Was it a crowbar to the chest?
No, it was a cross the size of a crowbar.
Reverend carries
Yeah.
an iron cross roughly the size of a crowbar,
Yeah.
and I basically used my magic and swung that shit into his chest to like disperse, because that's the only way I know how to use magic.
Yes.
Could we actually start there? I wanted
Yeah,
to
that's
talk.
exactly. Yeah, that's exactly. We're gonna start with that scene in that place. So, our party has found out through research, investigation, and nearly getting caught at Harmony House that sitting within this boarding house that houses maybe 30 kids, there is an Akamoth, which is essentially an abyssal entity, a demon from the space between reality and where magic comes from, called Enthraka, the Ninth Calamity, summoned here for the purpose of weakening the veil between our reality and the abyss. It is doing this by using these abyssal spiders to infest people's brains and then getting them to emanate this static that weakens the veil, and should enough of them congregate in one place, it could cause a rift in reality. I just blanked. Having undergone the operation and being able, having undergone the operation on Miss Havish to remove one of the spiders, abyssal spiders, and with Jekyll having had his head taken over a little bit, but then squiggling it off into one place, as the Reverend mentioned, he took Jekyll out to the local, essentially what is a train marshalling yard where they dump a bunch of coal for the city to use. And they have a little conversation, and the Reverend clocks him in the chest with his wrought iron cross. And immediately as that happens, first you, and then moments later the folks back at St. Bridget's, the home base of our cabal, feel someone has woken up. has become a mage in the direction of Harmony House. And so we meet Reverend and Jekyll at this moment, having slammed the cross in, Jekyll doubled over in pain from it, as they feel this happen.
All right.
Oh, was that really necessary?
Unfortunately, it was. You know what? Here, stand up. I want to help him rub his back a little bit. Oh, no, I know. You got to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Listen, did you feel that?
Which one? That or that? And he oh, yes, that one. That's not good news at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, another person chosen by God for the fight against evil.
Or worse, something to be used against everyone else.
Perhaps. Listen, you feel your mind a little bit clearer?
Yes, surprisingly.
Right, that's good. That's good. You know, Jekyll, I think you're a very smart person. You know that.
Thank you.
Right. I think you're also a very stupid person. You know that.
I will attest that I'm not always the most wise.
None of us are. We all have bad judgment from time to time, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I've met a lot of different people, Jekyll, in my life, and you know, sometimes the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Indeed.
I think that you're a good person, and I think that you're going to help us clean up this city, and I think you're going to help us stop this Akimov, and I think you're going to really help us do a lot of good. Because I think you're one of the good guys, Jekyll. And I want to place my hand on his shoulder. Just make sure you don't become one of the bad guys.
Trust me, Reverend. I try to remember to do good as often as I can.
Well, maybe every once in a while I'll help you, huh?
Perhaps.
Right. Well, wanna go check that out?
Do you think it's wise that we should at least let everyone else know about this? I'm sure they must have felt it as well.
I have a feeling they're probably already on their way. But it's up to you.
Throck, the feeling of the awakening was around the general vicinity or direction of the Harmony House?
It was definitely to your... So you all, sadly, you all on watching cannot see this, but the as a reminder, your demence is on the corner of Whitechapel Road and Brady Street. If you take that north and just a little bit east, there's a large open area in the middle of this very dense part of the city that is a coal depot where you two are right now. You feel it almost directly north of you here, which is on the other side of the main train tracks, in another very kind of cramped part of town, which, Jekyll, you were actually there, know to be the vicinity of the boarding school Harmony House.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, if we're going to go, Reverend, then it's wise we heed caution. It's very close to that boarding school, if not almost where it is. I'd rather not have to face whatever thing is lurking there right away, especially separated from the rest of our allies and friends.
Well, I think caution's more important at this point, so let's go get our friends.
Okay. Then let us return.
And then just to speed things up, we'll have you all return and then start the conversation, so we're not, I think narratively it'll make more sense for you to all talk about it together, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Reverend and Jekyll make their way back to St. Bridget's, which for those of you who are new tonight, and there's a ton of you, is the home of this cabal. It is a doctor's office, essentially a Victorian era doctor's office for low-income people that they use as their base. It's two row houses connected to each other. One is their mystical home. The other is the home of the hospital that they run. So making your way back there. Mole and Kali, you both feel this as well.
Gotcha.
We got
Alright.
100 purple bits.
Thanks, 12-sided guy, for the bits.
Oh, yay!
Hey!
What does that mean?
That means that we got 100 bits. If we make it to 500 bits, somebody gets an advantage.
Need more bits.
Yes, so I've been in the basement. I will pretty much after they left. I don't know what else we had to talk about. I come upstairs with a bunch of maps and put them on the table.
What's all that?
These are maps.
Of what?
Streets
Why?
and the underground. As you can see, here is the boarding school, and that is roughly the direction I felt the impulse coming from. And we were going to, and as you can, all right, there are strange tunnels underneath the place.
Strange in what way?
They don't lead anywhere logical. I did raise them before. I just did not think of them as such an issue.
I mean,
Curiosity previously, but now.
were these made by people?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Were they made by people?
As far as I can tell, yes, they are on official documents, and there will be, my guess is, things that are not on the official documents.
Right.
These are the
Right.
city maps. I haven't been in there yet to do a personal sweep of it.
Is this where we think this thing is hiding?
It's very possible, yes.
Right. How do we get in there?
Well, the sewer accesses should not be difficult. I know I actually have keys to many of the gates.
All right.
We just got more bits.
Ninja Boss with the 500 bits. Tell us who gets the
Yeah.
advantage. Just let us know in chat who gets advantage.
And
And thank
Skeleton
you.
is not a.
Ow! Ow! Sorry.
But yes, so I don't know. I plan on going there and doing that thing I can do, and seeing if I could map it out very briefly. But the static might cause an issue.
Yes, we do have that concern with the static.
The other thing I could do might very well tell us who is where in the building or underneath it, within a reasonable distance. To be honest, being underground would probably be very, very good for doing that, as there will be fewer people to be giving off static.
Agreed.
So,
Get your wellies. Get your rubber boots. If they exist, they probably
They do. There's
I don't
willies.
think so.
Yeah.
There's wellies.
I just wear shopping bags on my feet.
Those don't exist yet.
Just as good.
No.
Oh, okay. So sea turtles are still alive then. Right.
actually.
Yes. Yes, there were.
Oh, wellies was started in 1945, 1845.
What
There
are
you go.
why do you keep calling them wellies? What are wellies? I don't
Wellies
know.
are rubber boots.
Boots.
They're
Big
Wellington
rubber
boots.
wellies.
Yes.
Yeah, they're Wellington boots. Yeah.
That's
Alright.
the brand.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so we're gonna go down there. And then what?
See if there's a connection to the building. If there is not, we may have to go in through a different door.
Well, I think we should go in prepared if we're gonna go. Do we know what hurts this thing?
We do know that there are heavy metals, I believe, or has. Yeah, she came back in.
I have. Yeah, I was gonna say, have we actually yeah, I don't know if Ignition, because we
For-
ended it.
For
Right as-
expediency, we'll say yes.
So
Okay.
Anguson had mentioned that heavy metals would contain it, according to her sources.
Oh, should we like put a little box around it?
Yes.
A
Oh,
box or a cage would be appropriate.
or maybe
I'm
a little
thinking
fence.
The ring.
Put a little
ring.
fence around it. Yeah.
Well, if we
We need to knock it back into its realm.
So we
That
put
would be
the
better.
Reverend in the ring as
I
well.
could do that. Put me in there with it. Make sure it can't leave, and then just keep my mind protected. I don't want that thing fishing around in my head.
I can take care of that.
All right.
I was not prepared. I was foolish. I can prepare your mind at the very least.
All right. Well then, what we need? We need this heavy metal.
That's very easy to procure, surprisingly enough.
Oh, okay. Well, we should probably get a lot of it, right?
Mercury, though quite heavy, all these metals will be quite heavy. It should not be very difficult to come by, as it is often prescribed for syphilis.
You should have a little here, actually.
Yeah, we do.
Mercury.
We do.
Mercury's a really healthy thing to put in your body. yeah, that's good. I like that. That's good.
And arsenic is actually in a lot of wallpaper from previous years. It's gone out of style, but the color, anything with dyes or pigments of a very strong sort, is probably cadmium, lead, or arsenic.
Yep,
So
cadmium.
You know what I like my walls made out of? Literal poison. that's how I like. You know how I like the
We're in
decorate my
London,
house?
folks. It's
with
surprising
actual
anybody
poison.
lived that long.
Perfectly
I mean, considering hat makers would put it on, line
watches.
hats with it.
Watches
Yeah.
for certain watchmakers, they used to actually dip their brushes with their mouths on very radioactive metals.
Yeah,
Yep.
That was a whole thing.
As
they
long
get
as the
cool
wallpaper stays
superpowers?
dry, it's perfectly safe. However, we are in London. Yes.
Oh right, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So it's not going to stay dry. All right.
But anyway, so should we need it, I might be able to pull some out of wall. But that would be only as a last resort and probably would not yield a very large amount.
Yes, I agree. Well,
Is there like a factory I could get a barrel? and
well,
just-
actually, Kali and I can retreat back to the hospital and procure more supplies.
I mean,
I'm sure Dr. Harris would be willing to help us.
We don't need that much. We just need enough.
all right. So then you guys get the mercury. What are you going to do, Mole?
I mean, I could go and map it now, and then return with the plans. But I would prefer someone come with me in case there are defenses.
I guess I'll go.
Considering this is something called the Ninth Calamity, probably a good idea not to go alone.
Yes.
I'll go with you, but we back out if there's trouble.
Yes, this is not the assault. This is simply a viewing.
Probing.
Yes, a thorough probing.
A thorough
Yes.
Down in the pipes, a thorough probing.
A good stiff probing is what we need here for this monster.
It is a British boarding school, so yes.
All right. Let's do this. I'm ready.
All right.
Yes, let me grab my surveyor's tools, please. Excuse me.
Brock keeps throwing his cats around and
They land.
It's fine. They have 4 legs. They know what they're doing.
What's the phrase? They always land on their feet. Totally, no problem.
all right.
All right.
So who's going where first?
I guess Kali and I can go first.
What were you guys doing? You guys were going to a hospital?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're going
we're
to
gonna-
the hospital.
Yeah, yours will actually be pretty easy, and it's not the one I'm super worried about.
Okay,
you are
so you want to do...
absolutely. So the one thing I just want we can actually kind of gloss over this one a little bit.
Mhm.
And the only reason is because you're going to a place with an established contact, and they're already very helpful to you. So the only issue is, are you able to convince them to give it to you, right? So, Kali, this was your teacher, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
How do you approach the conversation when he asks you, what do you need that much mercury for? Or, I'm sorry, what do you need that much mercury for? I have to remember what country I'm in.
It seems we've had an outbreak of syphilis recently, and I wish to be prepared.
Oh, those streetwalkers again. You know they're supposed to come in and get treated. So filthy.
Why do you think I need the mercury?
Yes.
They're not coming to you, they're coming to me.
I know it's an important service you provide to these women, but I don't know if we can spare it. Give me a charisma medicine.
Oh boy.
Or yeah, charisma medicine. We're just looking for one success here. He is not at all surprised that there's a bunch of streetwalkers who, you know, women of the night, women of loose morals.
There are
one might
zombies
say.
here?
Of course
No
there are
comment.
zombies.
Charisma or like persuasion?
Hang on, let me pull character sheet. I think it's persuasion. What is it in this version?
I don't see it. There's
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Manipulation.
Manipulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Manipulation.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's all you needed.
I got one.
I think you have medicine dice, don't you? It's fine. You got your one success, and that's all that matters.
It should have been selected. Did it not?
It
unselected itself. That's what happened.
Okay. He'd be like, yes, of course. And he'll go get one of the nurses. Nurse, go get me a rack of the mercury, if you will, please. And about 2 minutes later, one of the nurses will come back, and it's a wooden case about this wide, about this deep, and about that long, with a bunch of glass vials in it with cork toppers. Each one has scrolled on it 30 milligrams, right? No, probably like 30 milliliters. Yeah, 30 milliliters mercury in very flowery handwriting on like that pasted paper labels that they had back in the day. But yeah, you have like a cup of mercury. Which is a
whole
lot
cup.
of which is a
That's
lot
a
of
lot of
mercury.
Yeah, that's
No,
a lot. That is a lot.
That is a lot
That can
of
kill
mercury.
the entirety of Whitechapel if put in the wrong place.
Or it will cure
Well,
all syphilis.
No, it won't.
Yes, just all of it.
Yeah.
Well, I thank
We're
you for
not
your
doctors,
kindness,
we're just-
Dr. Harris.
Of course, I'm glad to do it, and it's good to see you again. Jekyll, what's your normal name?
My normal name is Alexander Quincy Fitzgerald.
It's good to see you again, Dr. Fitzgerald. Yes.
It's good to see you again, Dr. Harris.
Excellent. And with that, you have your mercury. Okay, now the trickier bit. Mole and Reverend, y'all are gonna go underground
Yes.
and check out the area around Harmony House from the underground. Is that correct?
Yes.
Reverend is visibly uncomfortable while being underground in the dark with Mole.
I bring a lantern for you.
All right.
Is it a torch lantern?
Yes.
Fire lantern? I hold on to that.
If you smell, I'll probably smell it first. But if I tell you to run, we should run from the gas. I can only do so much to prevent some of the gases down here.
Sir, I mean,
Alright.
one less person to worry about, sir. That's your ghost.
Yes, Davis. Thank you, Davis.
Can I hear that?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
You're not
Not
gonna
You
that
don't
do it.
believe in ghosts.
Yeah, and you
No,
also
I
don't
don't,
believe in
so-
ghosts. Yeah. Even though you've seen the ghost. Okay, it's fine.
Nope.
So we will find a sewer access, which should be locked, but I should have keys. If not, I can do some things.
I can get it open.
Well, you're easily able to get into the sewer. You do have, yeah. Mole, you are well prepared for this kind of thing. It's built into your backstory. So yeah, you slip into the sewers through one of the alleys where you know not a lot of people travel through at this time of day, and you find yourself in the dankest, smelliest. Why does every game I run always end up in some fucking shit stream somewhere? Okay, you're surrounded by pee and poop and like dirty rainwater runoff from the streets.
And industrial runoff.
And industrial runoff. It's super awesome. It's dark down here. There's no lighting except for your lamp. You hear the running of water as you go through these brick tunnels that are about maybe 7 feet at their height and maybe 12 feet across. So it's almost like an oval-shaped tunnel. There is, correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, there's no walkways in these, right? They don't have side walkways. So you're literally slogging through the poo.
Yeah, but actually they're kind of a little sloped towards the middle, and unless there has been a ton of water recently, there should be some room on the side, but
Okay.
it varied.
I mean, yeah. So we'll say that it's only comes up to about like the sole of your shoe up on the high edge of the tunnel. So you're definitely in it, but you're not in it. Falling in it would be deeply unpleasant.
Yes.
So you need to navigate your way over there, though.
Okay, so I have several ways I can do this,
Yes.
and I think I'm going to go for the coolest one. Davis, my ghost,
Yes,
has an ability. He has the ability find location?
Yes, sir.
Nope, that's the Sanctum rules. Where is Davis written down? There is Pathfinder. This Newman allows the entity to know the quickest route to a destination.
Oh, yes. Follow me, sir. I know how to
It
get
doesn't.
there.
It's not the safest, but it is the quickest.
Yes. I know just the route, sir. It's
All
plenty
right.
safe for me.
Gotcha. It's not a. If it is a safe haven, there is a contested roll, but I don't know.
It is not
A safe place.
It is not a safe place in
Gotcha.
in the mechanical rules sense of safe place. All right, so a being manifests in front of you, Reverend, because it actually has to show you the way, right? So it would actually have to show up. Yes, that the mole can describe. Dimly lit in the darkness, it shimmers.
Who's that?
Davis is dressed very much like the mole, except in ruddier clothes. With a there is a large hat that looks kind of like a fireman's cap, except made of cloth. Like, you know, the fireman's helmet that's long in the back and shorter up front. And wearing a long coat, a long bushy full beard. And he's about 6'2", well-built guy. Yeah, he's from the area, so
Do I see him?
yes, spectrally.
Yeah, you see, you see almost a classic version of a ghost.
Who's that?
That's Davis.
I'm Davis.
Is he talking to me? I can hear him.
Yes.
Davis is manifested so that you may follow him more easily.
Oh, is this like some sort of illusion guide system?
No, I'm dead.
All right, Mole, very funny. Come on, let's get on with it then.
I
What?
don't understand the joke, but yes.
Right. Oh,
All right, Davis, go ahead and show us how to get there.
Right. My name is Davis, and you said it like that's not really my name, but I
That's because you're not real, so.
Sir, am I not real?
I mean, as much as any of us live in a reality that is shapeable.
But am I? I'm real though, right?
You're a ghost.
Yes.
So yeah.
Mole, will you stop talking to yourself and let's go? It's not funny.
All right. I don't.
He spends a lot of time talking to himself alone in his room, so yes, let's go.
I'm not talking to myself, I'm praying to the Lord. How
Onwards.
dare you?
All right.
Onwards then.
Yes, sir. And he starts slogging off through the center of the. Actually, he doesn't walk so much as kind of float through like the center of the Pooh River, because it's technically more direct than walking on the edge. And you weave your way around. At one point, you feel the tunnel shake, and you know it's from a train going by above you, and you figure you've crossed that large train tracks section that kind of separates your neighborhood from the next neighborhood to the north. And soon enough, you get into that area, and you start to feel the static, and, sir, you start to hear the static in your ears from where you are. And Davis will look back at you and go, sir, I can't cross that.
Interesting.
Can't. I can...
Thinner? Oh, I'm not actually sure because he's a ghost.
Yes.
The veil would be thinner, but he doesn't work on the veil. I don't know spirits very well.
No, sir, there's Something blocking my path.
Oh. Oh.
Do you think is it something I can get out of the way?
It's a ward, probably.
Oh, yes, that. I don't know what that is. But yes, it's like a wall that prevents me from moving forward.
Ah. Well. How close are we? Are we within, like, a...
You aren't. And doink. So, from what you understand, if you can see, this is like a triangular block, like a city's triangular block, right? It's right here. You think you're right at the bottom point of that block, where the tunnel actually splits off in two directions to go around, and you know that there's a second set of tunnels above you at this point, that you found out in your research last week. But as you come up through, you hit this point, and Davis is like, I can't go any further.
Davis, this is extremely useful information. Thank you very much. Here
thank
should
you,
be good
sir.
enough for my purposes.
All right.
And I will... please hold a moment as I set up my equipment. I'm going to set up my surveying equipment and cast one of my rotes.
All right.
Outward and inward eye.
Both of them at the same time?
It's the one rote.
I know, it's a joke.
Yes, Davis, outward and inward. I see everything because I'm exceptional.
Yes, sir. This is true. Davis will come over to you while he's setting up, Reverend. So, you don't think I'm here, do you?
What is this, Mole?
What?
You want me to
sorry,
answer?
let me prepare for my
Want me
spell.
to answer your ghost? Is that it?
Yes, he's bound to me.
Yeah, but he's not actually talking through me. You know that, right?
Sure he's not, David.
Davis.
Davis. My name is Davis.
All right, Davis. If your name is Davis, who were
Yes.
you?
I worked for him. He was the engineer and I was the foreman of his crew.
That's convenient. You work for him then.
Yeah.
All right. Did you have a family, Davis?
Yeah. Still do, technically.
They're still
Oh, yeah?
alive, yes.
Where are they?
Oh, they just live over in St. Barnaby's.
I visit them sometimes.
1481 Piccadilly. Probably not actually that, but it's good enough for London.
And the mole visits your family sometimes.
Yeah, he's very nice about it.
Mole, did you know that I once talked to a doctor who's like Jekyll, and he said that sometimes people can have two different people living in their heads. Like
Obviously.
one person's in their head and the other person's in their head. You get what I mean? Maybe this Davis is a or figment of your imagination, and you have given him form and shape. You ever thought about that?
Yes,
What?
actually.
But
I quickly dismissed it,
sir,
and I go back to my tools.
you're like him, right, Reverend? You do the...
Yes, I am like him, Davis.
And yet you don't believe that I could possibly exist.
No, souls either go to heaven or they go to hell.
Oh,
You can't just stay here. It doesn't make any sense.
if only that were true.
It is true.
And as this is happening, you're casting more.
Okay, so, let's see. You want me to just read it?
Yeah?
Alright. If all locations are one, it must follow that all directions are one as well. This spell allows... Hold on, let me not read it 4 lines at a time and give myself a crazy bit. Ah, there we go. Let's see. While the spell is active, the subject can see and hear in all directions and from all points within her sensory range simultaneously. Can see what's behind her, on the far side of the door, beneath her feet. Cannot perceive things further away than normal perceptions, nor see through darkness. In essence, it's though everything were spread out flat as a map.
But you can see through darkness, can't you? Like normally?
Yes, I have a ring that unless... But I would probably take the ring off for the first moment of this, so as not to be blinded, surprisingly.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I can reduce penalties, range, etc. Oh, for 2 reach, I can see through an existing warp or shortcut through space. That's interesting.
Interesting.
I don't think I need to do that right now.
Okay. So, this is a space rote, is that correct?
Yes.
So it is going to be space 3 or 2?
I have space 2, but since it's a rote,
You get 5.
or I have
Right.
it's space 1,
Yeah.
and yeah, I have space 2, but it's a rote, so I count as having 5.
You do indeed. So you have 5 of those. You are casting as a ritual or casting immediately?
I'm going to cast it immediately.
Okay, so that is 1. How many free reach do you get?
Well, I'm sorry. For the dice casting pool, I still only count as having space 2, but for the number of reaches, I count as having.
Oh, that's
space
right.
4.
That's right. So you start with 2 die. Oh, you start with, and what's your gnosis?
2.
2. So you start with 4 dice. You're right. Thank you for reminding me. But you have 5 free reach. 5. Okay, sweet. And so you're going to use 1 reach to make it instant. Duration.
Extend it to a scene.
Extend it to a scene. That's another free reach. Boink. Area of effect. Unnecessary because it's sensory. That's it. Yeah, all right. So you're going to roll 3 dice. -1, actually.
Shouldn't it be 4 then, or it should be 3? I'm also using a tool. For a yantra, I'm using.
Oh, you're using a yantra tool? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I didn't go all the way through the instructions. All right. So, you're using, what is your tool? Your
My surveying gear.
okay. And then that is 1 extra die.
Yep.
Anything else?
Not at the moment. No, I don't think I need anything else at the moment. I'm confident in my abilities. And
Roll 4 dice.
Yes.
And the
Okay.
reason you're rolling 4 is because while you're in this effect, you're -1 on all casting rolls.
All right, let me go to this and set it. Roll that. Modifier 1 up to 4, not 10. I always do that.
I do that too.
Hey, 1 success.
Heyo. All right. And yep, rolling 1. I'm just. Oh, you got a 10 and it rerolled a 4. That's sad. Okay. Yeah. So that's all you needed to succeed normally. So you start solely by looking into the tunnel that you're around, correct? And then it expands out.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm trying to think about how to explain this. As you begin to... So first up, Reverend, you feel the tunnel begin to close in around you for a moment as he casts. It gets darker. It feels like you're hundreds of feet underground for just a moment. And then as the casting completes, the feeling goes away. Mole, you begin by stretching out your senses and seeing the tunnels around you. Above you, you see one that runs directly under the Harmony House itself. That is a secondary, essentially, shunt that allows poo and runoff to go into it and then down into the main subsection that you're in right now. As you bring your vision up to the surface, I imagine you slip on your ring?
Yes.
Okay. Standing out in the yard, stock still, are 18 children. Just leaning against the doors, the same man you've seen before. The kind of portly, overweight, bald with the green glasses that wrap around his sides. And there's a woman out there as well who seems to be walking among them, kind of just whispering at them a little bit. And coming off of them, and coming off of the 2 adults as well, it's almost like heat waves, it looks like, that interference that you're seeing. As you cast your vision into the boarding school itself, on the first floor you see kitchens and a number of classrooms. On the second floor, more classrooms, and on the third floor, a number of bunks. In that third floor, you find stairs that lead up to an attic. Up there, chained on what looks like an X, is what appears to be a 15-year-old child. Boy, kind of shock of blonde hair all messed up on his head. wearing a simple white shirt and what looks like boxers, underwear, just kind of chained there. He's looking around. He looks really nervous. You don't see any of the waves coming off of it. The basement, as you cast your vision down, is shrouded in darkness. The entire area seems to have this roiling sort of smoke billowing out of it. If Anthraka is anywhere, he's in that basement. But upstairs is where they're keeping the child. There are 5 other adults who appear to work here. Maybe they're teachers. It's unsure. They're all wearing the same glasses as the headmaster and the headmistress. And as you have this sense of like enhanced perception, you also notice that as you're just kind of looking around, looking for other entrances, looking for things like that, 5-leaf clovers, which are just a sign that everything's a little off magically, are growing in abundance through the cracks in the sidewalk and kind of through the crack between the sidewalk and the wall and things like that, all around this place and in the yard there as well. It's well warded. You're not using any other than your normal mage sense, so you just know there is a barrier there. It's hard to discern its exact nature without taking more time to study it and adding some spell layers onto what you're doing right now.
Yes, and you said below there were tunnels that looked like they went in the wrong directions.
Well, they went. The ones I told you about last week.
Yes, that there are 3 layers. There's the normal tunnels, the ones we're in now, and then there are ones that look like they branch off in a direction that would have been unnecessary.
Yes, and those are directly below you. Fascinatingly, you don't think those tunnels have anything to do with what's going on above you. As you take a look at them, they're incredibly ancient. It's possible from the time of Londinium, when this place was originally a Roman settlement and then turned into a Roman city. They seem to have a different sort of stonework to them. They are not on any archaeological survey that you can think of, that you can recall immediately. And they don't run down to the Thames.
Do not run to Thames. Okay.
Yes.
Is there any point of access?
Not in the immediate vicinity.
Okay. I spend a little too long looking at this when I have a mission that I should otherwise be doing.
Right. He does this sometimes.
Yes. And then, do I dare? All right. So I'm going to turn on my mage sight, looking for the ward, trying to not look at the roiling blackness.
Okay. There are, to start, as you turn on your mage sight, let me do a quick, I need to do a quick rules check on mage sight. Oink. There it is.
Good
Doink.
luck.
This is Space Mage Sight, is that correct?
I will...
Are you focusing it, or are you just doing surface? Or active or focused, I should say.
Active,
Okay.
and I will spend a point for prime. 'Cause I'm
Okay.
looking for a ward. So I
Okay.
have to spend-
So yeah, the ward in front of you is a prime spirit ward, and you notice that a similar ward exists on each of the entrances and windows to the building. Essentially, everything that happens inside is mostly magically shielded from things that are happening outside. The only reason you can see into that basement is because you're down here already.
Okay.
Had
And
you
do I-
performed this spell from upstairs, you know that the wards would have blocked you from looking down into it.
Gotcha. And can I, using prime, can I see the point of the ward where I could start pulling, or to...
You are going to have to go a little bit deeper for that with a
will
Gnosis plus Arcanum roll.
All right. And since I'm using prime, I'll use prime.
Okay.
Prime.
Is he just like standing still, like meditating while doing this?
I'm actually
Essentially.
humming to myself a
Oh,
little.
okay.
Huh.
I'm like my butt, like I'm looking through the lens of the surveying gear, and my butt wiggles back and forth a little bit, just absent-mindedly.
Wiggle
Just
butt.
'cause it's funny.
Wiggle butt.
All right.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle butt.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Did I roll? No, I couldn't roll. There we go. No modifiers. Three
Okay.
successes on 4
Nice.
dice.
Yeah. Yes, you can see where these were created and kind of where as the magic was weaved together, where it was cinched. And yeah, it is not an exceptional success, so you're not quite sure how to unweave it yet. You'd have to go one further to do that, and that is dangerous. But in doing so, you do know how, were you to come back, how you could start kind of fucking with it to unweave the ward.
Yes. So I found a point on. I say this out loud. I found there are 5 adults, not including the headmistress and headmaster.
Right.
On the 4th, the 18 children are in the playground, standing perfectly still.
Weird.
There is a child, I'm going to assume the one who recently awakened, on the 4th floor, chained to a door, in his underclothes. And did I mention the 5 other adults? Yes, and 5-leaf clovers are going all throughout the root work, indicating something's horribly wrong.
Ooh, that's lucky. Oh, it's not lucky. All right.
No, 4 is lucky, 5 is
5 is hell.
danger.
Okay. And do we have a way in?
There's no access from these tunnels. Without me making one, which would the place is warded. I don't know if I mentioned that. Against spirits, like Davis, who is not a spirit, he's a ghost, but there's
Well, we're not going to have to worry about that because ghosts aren't real. So we're
Yes,
going to be able to get in there,
Oh.
though. I think Jekyll uses something or he knows something about spirits.
more than I do. It's actually quite a
Yeah.
weakness of mine.
All right. Well.
Which is ironic because you've got me.
Oh God. But we can still get in, yeah.
As people, the wards don't trigger.
You don't know. You don't have any
I
life
don't
magic,
know.
right? You don't have
No.
any dots in life?
I don't have any dots in life.
You have no
or-
idea. You have
Yeah,
no
I have
idea.
no idea how spirit wards would have been constructed. Yes.
All right. Well, maybe we should go back and talk with the others. Maybe they'll know a little bit more about it.
Yes, and also, yeah, that's a good point. Gates. What about gates? Any other front back gate?
There's the one large double wrought iron gate at the in the schoolyard essentially, that leads to those glass double doors that the headmaster kind of leans against when the kids are out smoking a pipe. And then you've got that double doored entrance, which is kind of the main entrance to the building, and there are 4 windows on that side. There are no windows; it's brick walls on the sides that face the streets. Thank you. Words. On the sides that face the street. And then there is a single kitchen entrance in the back of the building as well, also warded.
Can we just punch through these wards?
Yes.
All right. Well,
It'd
then.
be loud and obvious and risk quite a bit of paradox. However,
Oh, I don't want to do that. Not with the children nearby. All right. We'll find a way to unweave these things, get in there safely, splash them with the bit of the nonsense, punch them in the face a few times. Bob's your uncle. We're good to go.
I like the way he thinks, boss.
actually, yes, that's the best
Thank
plan
you,
I've
Mole.
heard all day.
Thank
My
you.
name-
I'm sorry. Thank you, Davis, Mole's other personality.
Right.
Are you two ready to go?
Yeah, this ward kind of wigs me out, boss.
I look over at David. It's like he wants to find his own way back. All right.
Oh, is that what you want? I can make him lost, I think.
No, I don't want to do that.
All right.
Me, don't leave me in this shitty
I
fucking
would never
sewer. I
leave
hate
you
these
down here
fucking
alone.
places. How do you know your way around here anyway? I'm lost as fuck.
This is what I do for a living: is map these places.
Really?
Yes.
That's your job?
Yes.
I didn't know you had a job.
Okay.
Every time I find you, just spooking around that basement.
Reverend,
With the wall. Yes?
you have Prime 3. Make a occult,
Oh gosh, I have
wits-
this. I got this. Hold
a
on.
wits occult check.
Do I use my Genosis.
No, it's just what's in a cult.
Okay.
Just wanted to get that on stream.
Where is
I really just think you wanted to say Genosis on stream. Yes.
Genosis?
Genosis.
So wits plus occult, normal. I think I did this right. Any modifiers?
Nope. Yeah, I will give you one extra die actually, from having Prime 3.
Okay. Bloop.
Someone just cast something, and it's coming towards you.
I want to push my way in front of, like just instinctively right in front of Mole and face off whatever it is. Do I have like? I remember you guys said that like part of my class is that I have the ability to be like no to magic.
Yeah,
but I don't know if that's a spell or not.
Oh, are you to counterspell? Yes. Hang on. If you would like to attempt to counterspell, and at the same time, Mole, you look up because you have this on for the whole scene, and you see the headmaster looking down at you.
We should move.
Not counterspell. It was like an armor.
Soul shield or spirit.
Yeah.
Prime shield.
Is that just a thing that I have?
That's what I thought. Reflexive and takes a mana to activate.
Yes.
How much
you
mana
can
do
create
I
a
have?
shield. You have like 8, I think.
Yeah, you haven't spent. I don't recall you spending your mana so far.
I haven't spent it at all. So I'm going to do I see it? Like, is it like a fireball? Is it like light, or is it just like in the air?
Essentially, what you see is this almost sickly green looking bullet, for lack of a better term, that's coming directly towards Mole.
I am going to get in front and reflexively activate the shield.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and make me a prime gnosis roll.
Okay. Oh, I think I'm good at that.
You are.
Let me get rid of my occult and other thing. Gnosis and prime.
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't want to have both. All right, there we go. Any modifiers?
No, this is a straight reflexive roll. So,
one success.
I think that's all it takes, actually. Where's the shield thing?
It's it's
it's
192.
192. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Come here. Give it to me. Give it to me. A mage can benefit more from a mage at a time, but can spend energy. Reflexive action, mage armors. Oh, it increases defense. Yeah. Okay. So, you will now need to make with +1 die.
Okay.
A wits resolve roll.
Ooh. I am okay at that. 2 successes.
All right, so that's a total of what's your 5? Okay, so that is a total of 3, and then your defense dice. Okay, or your defense rating. So you
my
bring
defense.
Yeah, I got you. It's 5.
Oh.
You bring up your hands, and this shield of magical energy comes up in front of you, and that bullety looking sort of like dripping green ichor slams into it and splashes off of it. But you know you've been made.
Can my shield look like a big fucking cross?
Of course it may.
Yes,
whatever you
it's
want.
like it looks like a cross that's like red hot, and it just.
I can imagine you holding your crucifix in hand as it's happening.
Just like boom. All right, so this person's up ahead of us.
No, he's upstairs. He's on the ground floor.
What? So I can't see her?
Nope.
Do you have some kind of sympathetic connection? No, you don't. You have so much to learn, Reverend. We should move.
Where are they?
They're on the first floor of the building.
All right, let's go. And I want to stay because that's where it came from. I want to stay where the bad shit came from.
Yeah.
And keep moving. I have my cross out. I have the lantern. I crank the lantern up, so it's like while I go through, so it's much brighter.
Yeah.
More like intense. Yeah.
Giant red hot cross. Yeah. Throbbing.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
You are at this point able to break off and make it away.
We did.
Yeah, because they weren't going to chase you. If you were, you could make a wits plus occult roll to try and figure out what it was that came at you there, Reverend.
Okay.
Can I do that as well? Or
You were busy.
that's right.
I'm not a very smart man.
You know it was some sort of tracking spell.
A thing on being tracked. Oh wait, I can I purge shit off of myself? Like
It didn't hit you.
What?
Remember, you blocked it, but you know it was some kind of yeah.
All right. Okay, then I want to keep like while I'm running, I'm like looking the fuck around for more of it, just in case there's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't get hit. You see little green bullets? Don't touch them.
Obviously, don't also. Yes,
All right.
how space works.
And we're
Rushing-
also splashing through the poo, just so
Yeah.
you know, because we're
Sploosh,
running.
sploosh, 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 sploosh. It's like getting up in your like thigh, and yeah, it's gross. Yeah.
Gross.
It's super good.
All right.
You've
So
got-
when we get to the edge of the sewer,
Yeah.
I will actually use one of my other rotes, lodestone.
Okay.
Basically attracts or detracts things. So I will turn it into like I'll pick up a rock and make it like a poo magnet,
Okay.
and just
Nice.
like use it to clean off our legs and boots and anything else.
Okay.
Clean it off, and then I just throw the rock in the river.
What's that?
Gnosis plus matter, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll just go ahead and make that a straight Gnosis plus matter roll. It's fine. Mm-hmm.
This is prime.
Is that some sort of shit rock?
It is
Some
now.
sort of shit magnet rock?
Would you prefer it be on your feet?
No, I appreciate it. That's very handy. You got more of those.
Apparently not.
You should patent that and sell it.
This spell has not succeeded.
You didn't roll any ones.
It
makes
does
me
cost
sad.
me nothing to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but you didn't roll any ones, which bums me out.
oh no.
Were you just gonna keep the poop on us if we rolled a one? Was that
No, I would have got to roll some paradox dice.
off of the poop rock?
Yeah, if you
Paradox for
dramatically
poop?
fail. Yeah,
Paradox
for
for
poop. Yeah.
Yep.
Dramatic
There's
failures
worse things
are
that can
bad,
happen.
Mole
Yeah.
accidentally creates a poop monster out of the river.
So
Yeah.
sadly, he brings out the rock, and for a moment, you feel that like the tunnel close in on you, and then nothing happens.
Huh. Let me try that again.
Okay, well, hold on. What are you doing?
I'm trying to repel all the matter that we may have accumulated.
Then we'll just get a bucket of fucking water. Let's go. Come on. What are you doing?
Fine.
With your magic rock, making the tunnels come in. People are shooting bullets at us. Let's get back to the team. We'll spray some water on you. It'll do you some good. Get a little bit of poo on you. You live in London,
I
don't you?
work down here.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Why are you so shocked with the poop?
Okay, Reverend.
Why are you scared of poop?
I don't even know how to deal with you.
It's just a little poop and it's not never killed anybody.
I am walking away from him at this point.
Okay. All right.
Are we
making your-
safe? Because
You are
that's why I'm
safe. You
yelling
make
at
your
him.
way back out and meet Collie and Jekyll back at St. Bridget's.
I need to use a tap.
Well, yes, we will have changed.
Yes, having changed out of
well,
your poo gear.
I just washed off my clothes. I don't know if I have another pair of clothes. Pants.
have
I
another
definitely
pair
have different pants and shoes, but not
Yeah.
my like.
Okay.
My rep-
Just smells real bad every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Having reconvened, gathering the mercury that you needed to help complete the containment of this beastie, and gotten some additional intelligence, what happens next?
I relay all the intelligence and I map it out for them as though it were one of those cross-section books that you used to get at the book fair.
Oh, I was gonna say, is it like isometric, like layout of the
Fun
entire
child.
thing?
Yes.
Child, come here.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't read,
Come here.
and I don't think isometric's a word. But I'm ready. So,
You'll notice he didn't say that in character. Just messing with you, bud.
oh no, it's true. I don't know what the fuck that word means. So anyway,
It's
You
like
have a
how
good
Path of
heart.
Exile does it.
Yeah.
You have a good heart, Evan, and that's what matters.
so you're laying out the maps for us. Did you go get the Mercury?
Yes, we have secured the Mercury. There's plenty of it.
Good stuff.
I believe it's about a cup's worth.
That's a considerable amount. That should
Yes. I
Is
should
that
be
going
able
to
to
be
do
enough?
something with this.
Just that little bit?
We need it very thinly. I can manipulate it.
I still think more's better.
Well, as long as
We
you
got
can
a
create
barrel.
a. Well, no.
A
That's-
barrel
that's-
would weigh approximately, and I do the conversion in my head, and it's over 400 pounds.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mercury is quite heavy.
It's
Yeah.
it's just silver water.
No, it's metal.
No, it's not.
I don't have time to explain all of physics.
Both of you have your eyes closed and are both like exasperated.
Collie's actually kind of doing the same because she works with this stuff all the time. So
And hasn't died yet.
yeah, it's just the whole group versus like really.
All right.
Maybe Kali's not actually a mage. She's just worked with Mercury for so long. She thinks she is.
Let's see.
The world may never know.
Actually, the pollution in London is so fucking bad. There are no mages. Everyone's just tripping hard balls the whole time. Everything.
From the mercury.
The wallpaper's trying to kill you. The fucking mercury medicine, the cocaine medicine. It's just too much for the mind.
Oh yeah,
It
that's
just
something we
breaks.
forgot to mention last episode. Leeches and cocaine.
Yeah, we did talk about
Leeches
that.
and cocaine, yes,
Yes.
That is such a
very
wonderful.
important.
This
and-
episode
and,
brought to you
you
by
know-
leeches and cocaine.
So we think that this is enough, and we got the plans to get in and out. Now we found some runes down there. Well, he did, and you said they would stop spirits, right?
Yes, but they might also do other effects. They are prime wards, which I could assist or
So could I.
unravel, but you would actually be the best at it. So imagine if someone had how do you think of things? Like holy, yes. Imagine if someone had put a guard paper over the doors.
Oh, God, paper, like a page from the Bible.
If that page from the Bible was magically protective.
Oh, right, that makes sense. Yeah. And then
So
I got to peel it off.
yes,
That sounds easy enough. Why don't we just do that? When he's down there, you can peel off paper.
because I was worried that it would give them time to.
Good idea. Yeah, let's do it when we show up.
Yes.
Now they might not even know that we know that they're down there, but we do know, and they don't know that we know.
Okay, now you've lost me.
Yeah, I'm a little confused too. But we get down there, I can help undo these runes,
Yes.
and then we'll be able to get in, right?
I mean, there are still walls and.
There's physical walls and doors.
I believe
Oh.
I can help with that, perhaps.
You can do. I was just gonna kick them down, but can you do something better?
I do know of a spell where you can essentially degrade objects, age it of a sort.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Might be a little less loud.
Well, if you want, you can just simply decay the door handle.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so then we're looking at let's get in quiet, right? Use the least amount of powerful magics because we can't risk paradox with all those kids around, right, Jekyll?
That and also my body.
And also your body. Exactly. So we get in quiet, we get down to the thing, and then we do what we gotta do. Now, do you know what to do with the mercury? Do you want me to splash it on it? Because I imagine I'm going to be walking up to this thing.
Yes.
Should we do any protections on my brain now?
What?
Or if I'm going to be getting near it, it fucked his brain right up.
It.
I
would make
don't. I
sense.
still do not understand what you're all referring to.
Oh shit, he doesn't even remember.
So, there is an Akanoth, and we have its name. It is called the Ninth Calamity.
In Thraka.
Anthraka, yes.
Thraka.
It is tearing apart the veil
All right.
in the
Well,
area of... Oh, yes, I should mention that casting spells was a touch more difficult with the static about.
yes.
The children give off static, but the adults did not, if I remember. Though they all... Or did the headmistress and the headmaster give off static?
No,
too?
only the children did.
Yes, only the children gave off static, but the other adults did have a distinct lack of eyes.
So so basically more of those interesting individuals like the one that mocked me and Kali last time we were there.
Yes, he has a counterpart who is a female.
Oh, because there needs to be more of them. Fantastic.
And then there are 5 others, yes.
Wait, you said that the static makes it harder to cast magic, right?
Yes.
Now I don't know too much about this, but sometimes when I'm going about, I see these big, this energy, right? And I think I can move them. Would that help?
Substantially.
Are you talking about ley lines?
Yes, ley lines. That's it. That's exactly it. My mentor told me about them a little bit and showed me there's some ways you can kind of finagle them, and I might be able to move them if I put one underneath the Harmony House. Would that help, or would that just make them all explode?
I have no idea.
But what I'm seeing it this way, right? The static, right? These things give off, takes away magic. So if I take the ley line, wrestle that fucker right underneath, then maybe it will start dispersing some of that static and fight against it.
Sorry, Kay, I was looking at your character sheet.
But I don't know how it works, really. That might be able to give us an edge. And I don't expect that.
Or empower whatever's there.
Not if it goes against magic. The thing's abyssal.
It
doesn't like magic.
Magic? Go.
Does someone want to make intelligence plus occult check?
Yes.
Okay. You can add, if you have prime, you can add a dot. If you have spirit, you can add a dot. If you have mind, you can add a dot.
I have both, so I'm assuming I only get one.
Yeah, it's only ever going to be one extra die.
Okay.
Big 0 on the red.
Prime, we can add 1.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Oh, you've got a wound penalty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh shit.
Wow.
Is that you, Mom?
No, this is going great.
So what was it? Wits occult or
Wits
intelligence?
occult. And if you
I
have
kind of
prime-
like that none
I
of
did
us know
intelligence
what would
occult.
happen.
Oh well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, exceptional success!
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you what I wrote my dissertation on.
All right. So, interestingly,
This is very the mole.
yeah, no, this is what I'm so glad you got an exceptional success on this, because that's like what your character's obsessed with, ley
This
lines.
is literally
Yeah.
one of my obsessions.
Yeah, so it's interesting. It would absolutely kind of help supercharge your all abilities if you can shift a ley line, and there's one about half a kilometer away that kind of runs up towards so hang on, I will put it on your map so I can explain it better. That one of the existing ley lines, so you all, right, are on Whitechapel Road, and it is like 4 blocks north of you is where or like 6 blocks north of you is where this Harmony House is. That there is currently a ley line.
I'm not on the map page. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to pull it
Yeah,
over
it's
for you.
not the
I'm
map.
pulling it over. I'm pulling it over.
You can do it.
Ruining Christmas.
There's the Tower ley line, which runs from a nexus point that exists at the Tower of London north to St. Philip's Circle. That is only about a half a kilometer away. If you could probably temporarily bend it so that it reaches over to you. So the Tower of London, for those of you who don't know, sits right on the Thames. Our characters are maybe a half mile north of the Thames and like the big old like uber industrial London docks. And so did that line show up for you all?
I just painted a thing unintentionally. Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. But it's over here.
Oh, the purple one, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was going for a different color, but you get my drift. You're picking up what I'm putting down there. You know that there's a ley line that runs from the Tower Nexus. There's another ley line that runs along the Thames here, and it meets with Tower Bridge, and keeps heading on down south. That is the closest ley line to it, and from St. Philip's Square, it kind of starts bending off that way.
Yes. Now these are the paths of the current ley lines, not the originals. I believe in my.
Yes.
This is what I'm telling people.
Okay, go.
I believe that there were older ley lines that were definitely rerouted, and the placement of Stonehenge among the actions of other mages throughout the centuries have realigned the ley lines. And so when people are looking for old things, they're looking along the ley lines as sources of power. But that's not where the ley lines were when things were old.
So, should I push it under the demon or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, all right, I can do that.
So
right, yes.
fundamentally, what you know is that it would definitely help you, right? It would also strengthen the connection between the supernal realm, where magic comes from, and the realm that you guys live in, the normal, mundane world, which theoretically could help you banish this thing more easily.
Fuck yeah.
Would it help stabilize the veil?
No.
In fact, he had screaming eyes.
Yeah.
That
In
means
fact,
people-
I was gonna say like
the cost of moving it is that for a little while, the veil will be significantly thinner.
Oh, it's the opposite.
Yes. Because a supercharged line of magical energy is now running through a place it hasn't run in a long, long time that also already has a lot of places that are really thin. And so it's like, ooh, more magic.
Yeah, pretty much.
Would that...
Maybe that's not the best idea then.
Oh, why?
Well, it could be more spider. Well, it will make the veil thinner, and the veil doesn't actually affect magic. It's the static that's affecting the magic, right?
The static affects the magic from those guys, yeah.
But the thinning the veil allows him to bring more spiders through more quickly.
Yes, but if you defeat him.
Yes. So this is the gamble. If we don't defeat him, we're all dead anyway.
Yeah.
So
I'll say if it gives us... Sure, he can bring some more spiders, but if we get a hold of him and say, hey, kill them all, and then he kills them all, and then we kill him, we're good to go.
not sure it's
Right.
that simple. Oh, there are two basements. There was a root cellar and a furnace basement. Were those above the black roiling mist or below?
No, the furnace basement is the black roiling mist.
Oh, so I believe he's in the furnace basement. There is also a root cellar.
Out beside the kitchen entrance.
So if we go into the root cellar outside the kitchen entrance, we might be able to just punch through a wall into the furnace.
I could do that. All right.
I mean, I am very good at opening walls.
Ooh.
Or
And so,
shaping them, I should say, to make them thin enough for you to just pierce them like paper.
What's Kali thinking about all this?
Kali is... It's risky. I think it's a bit risky, but... Actually, yeah.
Jekyll's gonna make a tarot reading for
Okay.
our decision. I already drew the cards. I will send the picture now to
Okay.
everyone in our group chat because this is for everyone. Now.
Oh boy.
This is for what?
This is for our decision.
You should throw it in the chat too.
Yeah, I'm throwing it into the Discord chat. So what the first card we drew is the Princess of Cups, for meaning of good fortune and unbridled bounty. Our
Ley line.
second card.
Yep.
Our second card is the Two of Pentacles of harmonious profit.
Well, that sounds good.
And to influence these things, we have the Two of Cups, which represents prosperity and good fortune, and as well as also, and again, it's also theming of water. I'm entertained by this right now. But there is a caution. There is a bit of caution with the Last Judgment, however.
What's that mean?
Basically, that we are going to be facing many we're going to be facing many things that will test us and most likely kill us. But and then of course we do have in our future the Five of Wands, which is us.
Whoa.
There are 5 of us. There are 5 wands. We have a chance to do something. And if we miss out, and the thing about the Last Judgment is that if we miss out on this opportunity, we will all suffer the repercussions of it.
I'm ready.
Well, not ready yet.
Well, I mean, I'm ready for that. I'm ready for all that to happen.
Yes. Good. We have to be.
I must admit it's almost eerie how accurate some of your readings are.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, did you pick all those on purpose?
No.
Is that how you flip through and go, this is good, 5 wands?
No. I drew them.
Oh.
They
Can
are
you
a
see the
reflection of
future?
fate. It's a bit of representation of the fate that is inevitable with all of us, but it is also an echo from my time of my awakening to see the threads that connect everything.
Kind of like God's plan.
Perhaps, but in another way, it is a reflection of what is around us. Sometimes we are just not aware of it.
All right. So, what's our next move?
Well, we still have several things we need to discuss. The spiders.
Yes.
We can't leave them.
No, and even if we do resolve this, we still have quite the cleanup.
I have advanced my understanding of space where I might be able to borrow the sympathetic thread.
What does that mean?
It means the thread connecting the Akanoth to the abyssal spiders could potentially be moved.
To you?
Possibly. I was thinking maybe someone more in control of mind who could then have them, let's say, jump off of people and then die. I mean, it's important that they jump first before they die.
Right.
I don't want people walking around with spider corpses in the brainstems.
Yes, that's not enjoyable. Yes, that sounds. I can just probably assist you as well. I do have some practice with space magic.
So, and this is that sound magic theory that space would be able to hijack these threads, or should I?
Space?
Space 2.
What is the? Is there a specific route you're thinking about?
Not it. I don't have it as a rote. However,
Okay.
there is one called. Where is it? Scroll down to Prime Space. Borrow threads.
Okay.
Space 2.
What's it say?
Changing one's connection to others changes oneself. The spell allows the mage to transfer a number of sympathetic connections equal to the potency between herself and the subject as determined by the spell. For a reach, I can transfer them between other subjects, and for another reach, I can copy them.
Okay, so yes, you could absolutely transfer. So are you looking to transfer? So you know that they are connected. The spiders are connected to the Akama, to the abyssal demon.
Yes.
Are you looking to transfer your connect? Are you looking to co-opt a spider's connection to the Akamoth, or are you looking to co-opt the Akamoth's connection to a number of spiders?
The latter.
Okay.
This would be probably very dangerous and big.
Yes, this because there are thousands of spiders, thousands and thousands of.
So,
Well, are you thinking that one of us could be able to handle that?
I don't know, but I have another idea.
You.
We transfer the connections to the spider in a box.
Hmm.
I point to a box on the table which has the abyssal spider in it that we captured last time.
But how do we tell that thing what to do?
I don't know.
Perhaps we can use it to connect with all the others. But right now, they are all connected to the Akamoth.
Right.
And unless we can convince the Akamoth to make them leave, I don't know.
Well, that would be the first step. The last step would be we'd have to do it the hard way.
We could, say, "Hey, kill all the spiders, and we won't send you to the abyss." And then it kills all the spiders, and we send it to the abyss. Gotcha.
I mean, I'm fine with lying to it, yes, but I don't think it will believe us.
Oh, that's a good.
Oh.
Hmm.
I mean, there is also the equally probably not wise and probably more dangerous notion of me dominating it.
No. You tried that before.
This is also true.
Yeah, do not. Nope. Well, do we know somebody else who's strong enough to withstand that? I just don't think any of us are strong enough to take on the hive mind of a bajillion spiders throughout London. But, I'm willing to give it a shot. I don't have any mind, though.
I know.
That perhaps actually might be the blessing in disguise.
You're a person of resolve. You're a person of willpower, yes?
Yes.
That's good.
You're
To
going
be honest, should we be calling in more favors?
I already owe somebody else a favor, but I don't think anybody owes me a favor.
I'm not sure.
So just so you know,
Mm-hmm.
160 subjects would be a -10 dice penalty.
Yeah.
All right.
I can only imagine.
All right.
Which means we'd have to roll a 10 on a chance dice.
I got it.
And once you get below a certain level of negative dice, you can't even roll. Yeah.
Is there some way we can look into this, like how this is done? Is this a specific spell? Is this like something that we could ask somebody about?
You have a lot of information about this now, given the research that you've done. The Akamoth is naturally connected to these. Oh, go ahead, Kali.
I was gonna say I actually did take some notes on that from the thing. I probably missed some things. She would have relayed. Where did it go?
Just a second.
Is it like a vampire where if you kill it, all the people that it turned into vampires dies? I mean, that's like
That one I don't fully Yeah, no, that's something that is actually missing out of my notes. But I know it does cause fear, madness, hallucination, psychic blast. That's always fun.
So, given the amount of information that you've all had, what you can kind of put together is that without the host, the what are they called? Parasites will die, and the humans are not the host.
Okay.
Oh.
Right.
I've been.
The Akamoth is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that was
Okay.
we got that
Okay.
little confusion there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I think
Oh,
it's just
so-
wise that we get rid of the darn thing.
So yes,
What?
I don't need to do that.
We kill it, and all the things it made dies. Perfect.
Are we interested in trying to find the summoner who brought it here?
Yes, I have words with that one.
Yeah, he's missing a couple of pieces of his body.
This doesn't feel like a left-handed mage's work, though. This isn't someone trying to destroy magic. This is someone trying to bring magic loud and hard back into the town, yes? Or is
Well,
that just me misreading it again?
I mean,
This is
abyssal.
not subtle work.
No.
No,
Unless-
but an abyssal spider is destroying magic. This thing's destroying magic, right? But it's also weakening the veil, which will let other shit in.
So someone might be trying to pull something through the veil.
Maybe this thing was just used as a catalyst to break open the door and let everything else in.
Or it's
the
an
other team.
opportunity.
Or somebody tried to do something cool and really fucked up.
Oh, that wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I remember right in my research, it's supposed to be something about wreaking havoc and enveloping the world in darkness, creating a hole in reality.
Oh shit, because it's the ninth calamity, right?
The
Aye.
name suggests such.
But that doesn't sound like something the exarchs, which are the forces.
Hmm.
It could be
Keep
a
in mind,
mix.
the exarchs are worshipped by the seers of the throne.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Not
see,
left-handed mages.
Oh, okay.
Right. They're two
Yeah.
different things.
Mhm.
Left-handed mages are their own crazy
Yeah.
fandangoliness, and
Yeah.
then Seers of the Throne are their own faction.
Yeah. The seers are kind of like your mirror opposite, right? Where you all are like, magic is good and we need to bring it to the world. Seers are like, we need to control it all and put everybody into essentially mental shackles and let the exarchs run everything.
And what the left-handed mages are more.
A whole mishmash of lots of different crazy shit. It is a catch-all term for every deviant path of magedom.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a feeling this could just be someone who hates the world and just wants it to fucking die. For all we know.
Well, someone like that you can't really reason with.
No.
No.
And-
Yeah.
But I do like the theory that someone will attempt to be bringing something through, and if we move a ley line, they are going to see an opportunity. We do know that it will not be the child on the fourth floor, as he was
No.
not awakened beforehand.
Right. But
We also need to save that child.
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
leaving him up there.
Of course we do.
All right. We go in. Sneaky, quiet. We undo these runes. We splash some mercury on this thing. We kill it. Ley line or no. We'll decide that. Maybe we'll wait to act for Angerson and cast her vote. And then we go up. We save the boy. We regroup and we try to find who did this shit.
It would also be nice to get Anguson's point of view on the matter.
agreed.
Yeah. Okay, I vote we use the ley line because it's a weapon and it will help us. But
And it may reveal the person who is trying to benefit.
I agree.
But that is a lower priority, yes.
As
now.
our party, I'm going to stop us here for break. As our party continues to discuss future plans and unravel the mystery of the Akamoth, who summoned it and why, we're going to go to break for about 5 to 10 minutes because it's kitty feeding time here at Casa del Throck. And we love you all. You will see a thank you screen from our patrons for a part of this, and you too could become a patron by going to our Patreon channel, helping to support the channel. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We'll be back in like 5 or 10 minutes. You guys are killing it on chat, and we love you for it. Thanks so much. All right, we're coming back, peoples. And we're back with Bohemian Goth with us now. Say hi, Bohemian Goth. Hi.
Hi.
Did you do something different to your hair? It looks like you did something different to your hair.
I cut it short and
It looks good.
retouched up my mohawk. It's green now, too.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks great.
Woo!
Thank you.
All
Yeah.
right. So, our party, and I'm going to let you guys explain everything that's happened. Our party is now planning out how they're going to go after this Akamoth within Harmony House, a place that has taken over the minds of children, and then use them to infect other people around the neighborhood with these abyssal spiders that are weakening the veil of magic and allowing the possibility of more demonic creatures essentially to flow through. Having gained a ton of information, I'm going to throw it back over to them as Anguson, who was off doing Anguson things, walks in. Guardians of the Veil shit.
Hello, Angus.
Back.
Welcome back.
Hello, how is everyone?
Still alive.
For the moment.
I've done a reconnaissance of Harmony House, and it's a mixed bag. There are 2 wards which we believe we could break. There's a headmaster, headmistress, and 5 other human adult sleepwalkers, probably, lacking eyes replaced with the green glass. 18 children, and a brand new mage, a 15-year-old boy, chained on the 4th floor, and the Akamoth is in the furnace room, which is adjacent to a root cellar in the basement.
All right.
We also managed to procure some, well, hopefully enough mercury to help with all this.
Yeah, we're gonna make we throw the mercury on it, and then I guess we make the mercury like a cage, and then I get in the cage.
We could do that in a different order. I mean,
Well,
the cage
all
around
right. I
Victorian era cage fighting.
It does happen.
I'm very excited.
At some point, are you going to need a ladder to climb up and pull the belt down?
Bring in the chair!
I'm gonna go into the folding chair, teach it right not to fuck with London.
All right. So our plan is to sneak up, break the walls, go into the root cellar, break through that wall to the furnace, confront the Akamoth. We will probably be being assaulted from both sides at that point.
Mm.
Very likely, yeah.
But
I just wanted to have everyone aware of that.
what do we? I like our plan so far. Oh, we also were thinking about moving a ley line underneath the battleground.
My
Give us-
favorite part of the plan.
Give us some.
Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah, that sure makes me comfortable. Give us all a little bit of a boost because there's a lot of that static around where this thing lives. So all of our powers are going to be like a little bit suppressed. So it might be better to bring the ley line under it, and then we can, use it.
Is there a possible concern that it will help them as well? You said there was a mage there. Does it seem like he's working for them or just trapped?
No, he looks like he's trapped. Mo was telling me that he's on some sort of rack or something in his underclothes. So I think that's altering him or something.
Or using the boy as a conduit.
Or using the boy as a whatever that word is.
Or possibly experimenting on him. Any number of things could be possible.
Yes.
You know how you pray to a saint who then goes to God, I think?
Nope, I pray to angels.
I have no idea how
I
that
keep
works.
forgetting you're not actually Catholic.
I pray to God himself.
Okay, yes.
Why? What does that have to do with this?
I was going to make an analogy, but it would have fallen flat.
All right, well, keep your animal talk to yourself. So, what I'm thinking is we move the ley line under. We're all beefy. We beat the creature, and if we kill it, all the spiders die. And we've saved all the people. That's priority number one. Hopefully, well, from the research that we were finding, we figured that is how it will work. Oh, there was something else. Right. If we're going to do this, how do we prep ourselves for this? I know what I can do, but if I'm fighting that thing, there's not much I can do to help you guys.
No, don't worry about that. I can conjure something to deal with anything that starts coming our way.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
If the static is removed, and since the veil is so weak there as it is, if we move the ley line there, I can call on some minds to help us.
I'm pretty sure Leyline's going to be able to mess with that static.
Right, which is
Probably
why
be a little strong.
I can call forth some allies to help us.
Have any of us had any experience moving a ley line?
No, but I can theoretically do it. My mentor told me to do it.
Theoretically, we can do a lot of things.
Right, exactly.
Well, there's only one way to test theories.
Yes.
For science!
Well, I don't
Let's
think
just hope that this theory works, or else we're going to be in trouble.
I don't think I should move that thing until we're ready to roll. But to prep ourselves, I think we should hit. Mo, what was that thing? There was some sort of thing like a fountain, and you were telling me before that the fountain's important.
Oh, the haven, which produces the mana.
The mana, right? So we're each gonna have to take a bit of that.
You did last week. You have one piece of it, yeah, Reverend.
Oh, I do have a piece still.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the only way to get our mana back?
No, you can commune at it as well. That just gives you portable mana.
Yeah, the coin I gave you is called TAS. That's for your pocket. But if you go down and do
Pocket
oblique,
mana.
they're called, you recover. You can recover up to the Haven's rating.
Yeah.
Which is like 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's it for the day for all of us.
We have a potent house.
You do.
Our house is potent. That's pretty cool. All right.
One quick thing, you can only have a number of spells on you. You can only be holding a number of spells, I should say, even if you cast it on someone else, equal to your Gnosis rating. So, like, if Reverend casts Adamantine Fists on himself, he can have that and, like, 2 other, like, duration spells up on him, because you have Gnosis 3, right, Reverend?
Yes.
Yes, but anything above that adds automatic reach to any casting. You do, and every additional spell adds additional reach.
So moving the ley
So
line.
basically,
would be a spell.
spells up to Gnosis and anything else reach.
Yep.
So,
Cool.
would moving the ley line count?
Yeah, because you'd have to hold it.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I'm gonna have to hold that thing and fight this thing.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you don't have to,
Fine.
like, physically
That's
hold it. You're
very
just...
cool.
So think about it like concentration spells in D&D, right?
Okay.
Except you get
Mhm.
3 concentration spells to hold. And then everything above that you try to hold on to makes casting harder.
But okay, so if you have 3 concentration spells, can I also still do like fireball? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or
because it's
something like
immediate. You're not holding that. You will have 1 reach on that automatically because you're holding 3 spells.
that.
But
Gotcha.
you can still do it. It's just everything becomes more difficult the more
This
spells
is-
you're holding at a time.
This is gonna get... Okay.
I could put a ward on you that would make you harder to target with magics.
Yes, please. You should put that on all of us. You should really Jekyll, for the love of God.
I do have it as a rote.
Yeah, I think that would be helpful.
Okay. By clicking, I would cloak you, the magic.
Well, hold on. Are we doing this now? Are we going after this thing now? Angerson, do you think you're ready? You're giving me like fear eyes, and I'm a little worried.
I think that I'm about as ready as I'll ever be.
Is there any other words of wisdom you wish to give to us, Engelson, regarding this matter? We rather go in with as much information as possible, so if there's anything you know or feel that we should know.
I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, I had trouble hearing what you were even saying.
Okay. Engelson, do you think, is there anything else you want to say or any other words of wisdom you wish to bestow upon us that you wish for us to know?
No, I don't have anything else.
Have fun, don't die.
Indeed. Don't die. I don't
Well,
want any of you as a pet ghost. Just keep breathing.
Just
Trust-
keep swimming.
I would rather not have to haunt you from beyond the grave.
Indeed.
Yes, Davis doesn't enjoy it.
We're
No,
never
it's not the best
choice,
thing
you
ever,
go to
sir.
heaven or hell.
I do like the plan as far as bypassing everything and going directly for it.
I
That
think
is-
that
The best
I
way to
think-
go.
I think the boy, as much as I do want to save him, I think he might be bait. And if we distract ourselves with that, it might give this thing time to run away. I think we should kill the main threat, save as many people as possible. And then I am going straight to go save that boy.
All right. So looking at my notes from the rote that I have written, I could use the wards and signs, which would the spell is which would give us withstanding of spells cast at us. I could do it to all 5 of us for a day, at a cost of 3 reaches and -2 dice. Which should
Is that worth it?
doable.
You're stretching yourself a little thin. Is that worth it?
But I could also do it in our ritual space.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because we
What's
have
that
an
do?
awesome ritual space.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it like boosts it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Potentially give us basically magic armor against magic.
Hey, you don't need to do that to me. I think I can just do that.
No, this would be in addition.
Ooh, yes, please, give me that.
I believe it would
Yes,
be,
I would like that,
might be
please.
cool.
Yeah, I think you have the roll right, by the way. I'm just looking at the math. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because
So
I'd have to
then-
do advanced number of people.
Yes.
So that
You
would
would-
take 3 reaches. I have it as a rote, which would give me 4 reaches.
Yes. And so you're going to do 1 for advanced, 1 for duration to increase it. Well, you could do... Yeah, that is the best way to do it. Is take a reach for 5 subjects. Take a reach for 1 day. Or, take a reach and -2 dice for 1 day.
Oh,
And
that only
then-
takes a single reach?
It takes a reach to move to the advanced table. And
Okay,
then,
and then-
-2 dice for 1 day. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
Oh, that's why, yes. And then I would have another one to make it instant, so it requires...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Sweet. And then you'd still have 1 free reach. Yep.
What can you do with a free reach?
Only those things.
What is
Grab a box of
potency?
cereal.
Can
Oh, you could add 1 potency to it, yeah.
Then I'd do that.
Okay. It'll increase the withstanding by 1.
Gotcha. So,
Yeah.
let's
So
do
for
that.
those of you watching at home who've never played Mage before, withstanding is a rating of how much extra dice you get to defender, or how many additional negative dice the person casting a spell at you gets when they cast a spell at you. It's magic armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Basically, what I would be doing, and what is the having the what is it called? It's called a hands? No.
Demence.
Demence.
Actually, it's domain, but yes.
Yeah.
That one.
I think
Yes.
it's like a +2 to dice.
Demence.
So
We have Demence 3.
you do. So that's going to give you an extra doink. Please hold. Let me look at the rules. Control. Oh, you have it's Sanctum. Yeah. SANCTUM. Doink. Next.
Oh,
next.
crunch.
Next. Yeah. It's Mage. It's the crunchiest White Wolf game.
I don't
It's
have.
quite crunchy.
Oh, it provides a 2 dice bonus.
yeah.
Thank you.
I thought it was 2 dice.
There you go. So yeah, you'll have 2 extra dice on the roll.
I somehow remember that. I'm impressed.
So it evens out the dice penalty for making it last on us for a day.
Yes. So
Excellent.
you'll have a normal number of dice.
Okay. I would also be using as 2 yantras. Let's see which 2.
Yiggity yiggity yantra.
I'm going to speak supernal words. And since it's a rote, can I use a skill?
You can.
hmm
I'm going to use my occult to
All right.
mark us all with wards of protection. Where the markings are just merely drawing them as the action. I'm not actually using the rune yantras. It's
Okay. Yeah.
So you're drawing on us, like drawing symbols on us?
Yes. With a
Marker.
piece of lead.
Permanent mark. Ah, good.
Work is good.
Just don't eat it. So I go around to each of you. We gather in the dements. I go around to each of you, and I walk around chanting in a language that only we can hear. Words that date back to the origins of existence. And as I walk around each of us, I draw symbols on the back for.
Okay.
I would draw. Yeah, let's all get a fun symbol.
Okay.
For the Rev, I would draw a cross in the middle of a triangle representing fire. For Jackal, he would get a mind with a lightning bolt like through it. Let's see. For Angusin, I would draw. Well, let me do. For Angusin, I would draw a Caducus, which is the Caduceus. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the serpent snakes for doctor stuff.
That would be Kali, right?
Oh yeah, for Kali, I would draw that, and then for Angusin, I would draw. I'm trying to think how to, because I'm actually a good artist. I guess I would draw like a mirror tilted to the side, so it's somewhat reflecting, somewhat hiding. This is how I think. And for myself, I draw my own personal sigil, which is a little mole face, which is actually the alchemical symbol for earth and a symbol for knowledge. So yes.
Let's see those hot dice as the ritual space collapses in around you all as the magic starts to take effect.
So the yantras give me 2 extra dice, I believe.
Indeed, which is the maximum you can have at Gnosis 2.
1 success.
One success is all you need. Yep.
Hey.
So everyone will have, what is the withstanding on it?
I think it's the number of successes.
Okay, so you will have 2, everyone will have a withstanding of 2, which means I will roll 2 less dice when attempting to attack you with magic.
Cool. Okay.
Yay! As you all feel this sort of, how does that feel to them? It's your magic, you tell them how it feels.
It feels heavy. It feels like armor. It feels good in a way that is just like knowing you're protected, like a thunder vest. Feels like a thunder vest.
Oh yeah.
A
It's
thunder vest?
comforting protection, like the vest you give a dog during a thunderstorm.
Oh yeah, thunder vest.
Like a weighted blanket.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a weighted blanket.
That is very much the mole. Is a weighted blanket.
Comfort.
I like it. This is very nice. Do we have anything to protect our minds from this thing?
I can manage that.
Do you do it now, or do you do it in the field?
I'd rather do it now. I cannot risk to improvise this too much on the field. It's not a rote for me though, so
Oh, good.
yeah.
Is there anything we can help each other with magic?
You can team cast. I forget the rules on it.
Yeah, you can team cast. Usually it has to be everyone has to have the same
Rock wants us to
arcanum.
die. He's making his everybody die face.
No, it's only me because I'm the one who's crazy enough to keep casting magic at negatives.
Oh, the paradox.
All right. I will treat. So I'm going to be casting mind. I'm going to improvise mind shield. It's a mind 2. I have Gnosis 3 now.
Yes.
So this one, the mage erects a mental shield that protects the subject from chaotic attack. The shield provokes a clash of wills against any noumena, influences, or manifestations targeted at the subject. For an additional reach, I can also shield it from. I can shield it from mind arcanum, other supernatural mind affecting abilities. So
Would you like to take that additional reach?
I am taking that reach. I am, since we have time. I'm going to cast it as a ritual though, since we're not in that much pressure.
Does our house make it harder for paradoxes to happen though, since we're doing this in our ritual space?
He
Well,
gets extra
that's-
dice.
Yeah, it's just extra.
Okay.
So I will do that. I have what, mind 3, so I have what, just normal 2 reach.
You would normally have 2 reach.
Right. So I will spend 1 reach to make it last. You had it last a whole day, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make it last a whole day as well.
Okay, that's two paradox reach so far.
Reaches. Yep. And let me see.
You can spend mana to reduce paradox.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have mana to spare. I will do that.
I think you only get free reach if you have a rote, right?
You get free reach up to your Arcanum, but if you have the rote,
Right.
it
Oh,
counts
okay.
the Arcanum as 5 for the purpose of free
Okay.
reach.
Mhm.
So you're going to spend 1 reach
Right.
to make it last a day,
right.
and that'll also be -2 to your dice pool, right?
Right.
So you're going to
And
spend 1 reach to make it have 5 subjects,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
So that's 2. So that's your 2 free reaches. You're going to add
Right.
1 reach
Mhm.
for it being, protecting against mind magic as well.
Yeah, all the supernatural stuff.
Yeah. And then there is. And then I just want to make sure I do this right because I really want to roll some.
I know, Throck. I know you want to roll that paradox dice.
Yeah, I'm just checking.
Because I need more
Yeah.
damage to myself.
Yeah, you get 1 extra reach because of the magical nature of the world around you at the moment.
Right.
Does
Roll
that
the
give you
static.
more paradox dice? The more reaches he has?
Yes, the first 2 were free, but he's at 2 paradox dice right now.
Because
I have to roll successes though. I have to
Yeah,
roll
you
successes
have
though.
successes.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah.
that sucks because you want reaches in like all your powers, but it,
Yeah,
like,
you want to root. Yeah, but the
Yeah,
more you
I mean-
power it up, the more risk there is. Indeed.
Yep.
Shit, that makes sense.
As is always with the case. I think that's it then, right? Yeah. That
Yeah.
sounds about right.
So you're
Okay.
-2 dice, but +2 dice for
So that cancels
you being. So that cancels out. So you're at Gnosis plus mind
Okay.
plus
so it's
2 from your
plus
Yantras.
Oh, right. Which in that case, what I'll be using is I will be pulling out the strength card,
Okay.
and I will also be I will actually direct the mirror, because I have a portable mirror. So my handheld mirror, I will direct it where it's facing everyone.
Yep.
I will be and I will start chanting, and so that's what Gnosis plus mind plus.
Yeah, I actually roll the paradox dice first. Now that
Yeah.
I know how to do all this.
Yeah, go ahead and do that,
yeah.
Throck. Go ahead, Throck.
Yeah, it's only 2d10.
Looks like you got werewolves pouring out of the sky.
I did not get any successes. Go ahead and roll.
Hooray!
Okay, so Gnosis plus mind plus 2, right?
Yes. Gnosis
Okay.
plus mind plus 2. Yes. Someday I'll get you.
When you get it though, it's gonna be like fucking awesome because
Well,
like,
it's gonna be when like Throck rolls like so many 10s, and we're all just gonna go, oh great.
Yes.
some
Yeah.
god hand is
Okay.
really-
Even
four
with the
successes.
minus, even with that minus.
Yeah, you got it. Nicely done. 4 successes.
Nice.
So explain how
Nice.
you cast this on everyone. and what your Numina feels like here too.
Okay, so as this is happening, the Numina, there's that you hear this kind of stern voice in the background just talking about how being critical about not ever being good enough and how it's just demeaning this entire time. But you hear it, but it doesn't feel like you are. It's not directed at you. It's directed more like at Jekyll the entire time. And after a moment, you don't hear the voices anymore, but you feel confident in yourself, as if somehow all the insecurities you had has lifted from you and is kind of now being projected outward onto others.
I'm just staring at Jekyll.
Yes, Reverend?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Greatly appreciated as well.
Is there
Yes,
anything,
thank you.
As do I.
is there anything
Very
else
much.
that we should do to guard ourselves? I don't think I have much that I can really do for us. To be
I had a thought, not for ourselves,
I-
but I might be able to do something to help protect the boy. What even was that face? Thanks.
Sorry, I was saying hi to Chaotic Anarchy. I love her. She's amazing.
Hi, Chaotic Anarchy!
I also love Nerdalopedia. Big shout out to Nerdalopedia for the raid. We love you guys. Okay, I will shut up and you guys can continue playing.
We're wizards in London.
We're wizards.
So much sense.
I
I
mean,
might. Well, I could possibly summon a ghost to help protect him while we're dealing with the.
Is that your dog?
Yeah, him. Her
Your dog is protesting.
That's the ghost.
No, she's playing with the cat.
mm,
They wrestle around a lot.
All right. So what? Well, I'm sorry. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I might be able to summon a ghost to help protect the boy while we're dealing with the Akamon.
You're gonna summon a what?
A ghost.
All right. So you're gonna summon some sort of construct. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Some sort of spiritual element.
very much.
That fucking dog is going to town. Killing that cat. That cat is dead.
The cat is not dead.
That cat is dead. Dog, there's some hate noises coming out of that dog.
oh man.
I promise no animals were harmed in the making of the stream.
So, do you do what you do now, or do you do it in the field?
But that's what I was gonna ask, because it does say, because it was talking about how it can't go past, cannot travel further than allowed by its anchor, but then it also says
You can
plus
be its
one
anchor.
reach, and you can give it the open condition on the area, even
Yeah.
if the anchor is not within the immediate vicinity.
Well, you
So-
can make yourself the anchor.
You can be the anchor. You can be the thing binding it here. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're gonna
So
summon
it would be
a helpy
less
ghost?
reach I would have to do, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I will be summoning some interesting friends to help us as well against this thing. So, any extra help would always be appreciative.
All right.
I might have a way. I might have a way to provide some additional protection of sorts. It's not necessarily something I know offhand, aka not a rote or anything like that. But I could still. I'm thinking about doing a body control
Oh yeah.
on the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Life 2?
Yes, I do have life too. So
I mean,
that's the thing.
it is Life 2, right? I'm just gonna look it up. Mostly, I was impressed that I remembered exactly.
I got it right here. I could just read it real
Oh, yeah.
fast or summarize what I want to do out of it.
Yeah. What do you want us to do? Ooh.
Essentially, you can control bodily functions to a degree. And let's see, not only like slow heart rate, that sort of thing, metabolism, but there is one that I'm looking at doing the reflexes, which adds a +1 to initiative. Looking at possibly also doing a reach on that, because it says here I will put its additional.
You get 1 bashing armor.
Oh,
Huh?
For the
Yeah, additional armor.
Yeah. Yeah, so you could make people physically armored and make them faster.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
I'll
Yes.
take that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
All right. Go ahead, Anderson. I'm sorry.
Just to add a character question. Tipping the hourglass, can you make that work for multiple people?
I think so. That is time 2, correct?
Yeah, time 2.
oh, Mage.
I love Mage. See, we're not actually going to fight it. We're going to buff this turn, because Mage, at some point when you know a fight is coming and you get to prepare for it, half of a session turns into buffing, and it's cool, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
Tipping the hourglass can momentarily...
That's why mages who have time to prepare are the scariest things on the planet.
Yep.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, I don't know. It doesn't exactly say if I can cast this on multiple people
Yes, you can.
or...
So, what I would allow with tipping the hourglass, because it works essentially on initiative, is for you to cast it on everyone now, and then it goes off when you roll initiative. Because what it does is it gives you, you choose the spell potency of the spell, right? So 1 to 5, and each one, everything above 1 adds an additional reach. And then you may add or subtract your potency from the subject's initiative. Because it sounds like you want to give it to your team, you can cast it now, and it triggers when you go into combat.
Well, actually, I was thinking, like, if Callie speeds us up, what I could do when we get there is slow everyone else down and just make, like... So we move faster, and they're also moving slower.
Will that work?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah?
god.
Yeah,
We're like
yeah,
a
absolutely.
Flash.
So, check it. What you would have to do...
Scary. God damn.
So it's tricky because you're going to be holding the spell. You're going to cast the spell and hold it, right? But you're going to need to prepare for a number of subjects in an area of effect for some duration, and you have to kind of guesstimate what all those are going to be before you cast, right?
Okay. So it might be better just to speed us up then.
It's up to you. You could create a trigger that says, I'm going to cast this spell. I will allow it to affect something the size of a house. It will affect 5 targets in that house. Those it will go off instantaneously when I say it will. And you can hold the spell until that moment if you cast it now. It's just you're betting that you are only going to need to affect like 5 people. You're only going to need to affect people in the area the size of a house. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking of waiting and casting it when we get there. Like
that would
see
you
everything.
could also do that. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would cast. So what I would end up doing is now I would cast a ghost summon.
Yes. Which you have as a rote, correct?
Yes, I do have it as a rote. And yeah, I +2 reach. I can give the ghost a complex command to follow. Must be a single task, but the mage can describe the task within a sentence or 2.
Yes.
So I could say, when we get there, there's the boy on what floor we said.
Yep.
Protection from harm kind of thing. That's what I intend to do.
Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. So, to cast that, what is your gnosis?
3.
All right. So you start with a spell pool of 6. You want to cast it instantaneously, or do you want to take some time to do it?
I'll do it as a ritual.
Okay. So you're going to get +2 dice, so you're up to 8 total dice. How long do you want the ghost to stick around? 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year?
1 day.
Okay. So you are down
I'll
to...
say 1 day.
Okay, that puts a -2 on the dice pool, which takes you down to 6 dice, and would add 1 reach. So you are still well within your free reach. Anything else? And you're going to add 2 reach to give it complex commands, right?
Correct.
So you have used all of your free reach, and have 6 dice. The mage may give the spirit a single one-word command. No, a mage may summon spirits from across the gauntlet if she's in the vicinity of an open item or something. Okay, so there is going to be, unless you spend 1 reach, a dice penalty to pull a spirit through the gauntlet.
Will the gauntlet be thinner there?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah. The abyss is gonna be close by, though.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
We get
great.
pluses for skills, because I think it's
And you'll get plus 3 dice you can use on yantras before this, but the big question is, do you want to take an as yet unknown dice penalty to pull someone through, or do you want to take 1 paradox die in order to automatically do it?
I'll do the paradox die.
I love a big spender. I love a big spender.
Give in to the paradox.
I love it.
No
Okay.
whammies, no whammies.
It's
So-
all fun and games until a fire beast is eating the nursery.
It's fine.
You will have a total of 9 dice.
Oh,
Well, she starts at 6, gets plus 2, right?
that's
Minus 2 for making it last a day, and then plus 3 because she has Gnosis 3 for Yantra stuff. So tell us how you cast this spell to summon a spirit to your side.
So first off, what she'll do is she'll do it like she would as Sam. So she'll cover herself black veil, nobody can see her. She'll sit on the floor in a ritual space, and she'll do her chanting in high speech, and the whole theatrical bit of the movements that kind of make her look like she's drugged and being moved by outside forces and things like that. So basically the whole sideshow
charlatan
kind
bit.
of thing.
Yeah. I love it.
Uh,
And what does the magic feel like as it happens?
with her nimbus and whatnot, it's going to feel like whispers. I imagine it's a big spell, so there's going to be things like faces seen in reflective surfaces, and just this kind of creepy, paranoid feeling throughout the whole thing. That shiver down your spine kind of sensation. That kind of thing.
I love it. So in this false seance, real magic is created as the shadows begin to flicker around you. There in the corner where a mirror is sitting for a moment, you swear you see the face of a young woman. As this magic starts to weave itself into the fabric of reality, I roll 1 paradox die and fail, sadly. And you complete your spell by rolling 9 dice.
Throck is so unhappy about it.
So
Someday.
for modifiers, I put 9, right?
So if you're going to roll the spell starts at a base 3 dice, and so your modifier is or base 6 dice, so your modifier is going to be 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
1 success.
1 success is all you need. Tell me about this ghost. Who did you just summon to your side?
Oh, that's a good question. Where we're at. Considering we're next to a hospital, the clinic, I would say that they were probably a former patient. Maybe I'm gonna say a woman who died in childbirth. There at the clinic, and so she's kind of pale, wan. She's got the gown on. She kind of looks like she's been through hell, as far as that goes, because she looked like she died, which would, I'm assuming she would look the same way she did when she died, which would be like she just got done trying to give birth to a baby and not quite making it work.
So would that mean there's like blood all down the side? Yeah, oh, that's gruesome.
Yeah, it's in the middle,
Sorry.
just like all just drenched red.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And sunken eyes because it's probably been like a 24-hour labor.
Yes. So much
Mhm.
that.
As a Victorian man, all of that's the most horrifying thing.
So much.
You called me.
Yes. I'm going to need you to protect a child where we're going.
A
A boy
child.
chained up on what floor was it?
4.
On the 4th floor of the building that we're going to.
Protect a child on the 4th floor of the building that we're going to.
Correct.
All right. How shall I protect it?
Any way that you can, need to. I don't really know what ghosts can do. So
Well, the child is currently, shackled. Maybe releasing his shackles and trying to get him out of the building. That might be good.
That's complex for a ghost. I mean,
that's
I
a
can
bit too
send-
complex.
I can
Look,
send
I
you
don't
with.
know what these illusions can do. I don't know what.
You want me to scare someone away?
Don't let anyone come near him and harm him.
Except for us.
Well, not to harm him, but anyone with an intent to harm the child, do not let them near him.
I can do that.
All right,
Very tired.
understandable. As soon as that is done, that will be all we need, and we'll be able to go again.
All right.
Can you release the spell early? Like
yes.
if you
Yes.
pay for it for 24 hours. Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah. Do we recognize this woman?
The only person who can see the spirit right now is or the ghost right now is Anguson.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Kali was gonna do some stuff
Yes.
as well.
Yes. Remind me how all that would work since it's not a rote.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're fine. You are going to be casting a improvised spell, life 2, and you have, what's your gnosis? 2?
My gnosis is 3.
3. So you will start with 5 dice and have 2 free reaches. You are going to cast this on the group, and how long would you like it to last?
A day.
Okay. So you are currently, you get 2 free reaches because you have life 2, right? That's how many dots you have.
Yes.
All right. So your 2 free reaches are spent affecting 5 subjects and making it last a day. You start with 5 dice. You get 2 extra dice because you're in the ritual space, which takes you up to 7. You're going to lose 2 dice because it's going to last a day, and then you were going to put additional reaches on it, right? You're going to put 1 on
Yeah.
to give everyone 1 bashing armor.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were going to... Did you want to make their initiatives higher as well? Increase the power of the thing? Because you can spend additional reaches, and these turn into paradox dice for me, but you can spend them either on a 1-for-1 basis to add +1 to initiative, or +1 to their armor.
I think let me do the armor. Just
Okay.
the armor.
So you want to
Since
add 1 extra to
Anguson's
the
got-
armor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's going to be 2 dice for me, 5 dice, plus no yantras because it's not a rote. So you're going to have 5 dice on this. I am going to start by rolling /R, 2d10, paradox dice, and still, for the love! For the love! I want paradox.
No paradox for
No
you.
paradox.
No paradox.
No.
Today, Satan.
I just see the Seinfeld scene of like it's the paradox Nazi, and it's just like no paradox for you.
No paradox for you.
Yeah, no paradox for you.
Everybody else gets paradox, just not you.
All right. So you're going to get to roll 5 dice, which is going to be Gnosis plus life. So if it doesn't let you click on Gnosis and click on Life and then click Roll, let me know. But it's other way around.
Oh, no?
Yeah. Yeah, /R.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know these things.
It's cool.
I don't know what I'm doing.
So you have dramatically failed.
Oof.
You have rolled a 1 with no successes. Your spell fails, and you gain a condition on the intended outcome of the spell as it backfires. You will take 2. You will have -1 to your initiative, and take 2 levels of bashing damage.
Oof.
As the magic backlashes through you, and you realize you just weren't able to hang on to it. You reached just a little too far.
Are you all right?
A little bit of blood coming out of your nose.
I think I'll be all right. I just need a moment.
Try too hard again.
I give her a handkerchief.
Kali will gladly take it and wipe her nose and just casually hand it back.
And Jekyll will hand you a glass of bourbon.
I didn't get to ask about your Numina, because everybody's casting. What's your Numina feel like as you cast this? Tell us about your magic. How do you cast?
Oh, as I cast?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So, initially what would have happened is... I was going to ask. I could have used my... no yantra. Never mind.
It is not a route. You cannot use a yantra.
Yeah. So...
hang on. Let me check with Kevin. Because Kevin... I feel like is starting to know the rules better than I am. Which I love, by the way. I'm totally okay with that. Huh?
I have a lot of time at work.
Okay.
Yantras, I think you can use yantras for improvised spellcasting. It's just... In order to use a yantra, you have to recognize a symbol or a tool.
Right. It has to be
about
a
rotes in here.
tool. Yeah, it doesn't mention anything about rotes.
Okay, so roll 2 more dice. Or 3 more dice. Roll
3 more
dice. 3 more dice, because you have Gnosis 3, right?
Okay. I have Gnosis 3.
Yeah, so roll 3 more dice. Maybe you didn't fail.
We all spent our shit on our Gnosis. We were all like, that,
it's smart. It's smart.
Yeah.
One of us did.
And still nothing.
You have still dramatically failed, but tell us about how you cast, what it feels like before it suddenly comes to a jarring halt.
Okay, so Kali would have taken out her knife, her amputation knife, and nicked her finger, which is something that everybody is probably used to at this point. And she would have started to draw a symbol on Anguson first. The air would have everything around us would have fallen silent. The air starts to feel cold. You start to feel cold, almost as if your body is dropping in temperature. And in the back, and you can faintly start to hear the cry of ravens. And then, yeah, I'm not entirely sure how to describe when things go south, but it just kind of all just bubbles in. And
for a moment, I'll tell you how things go south. For a moment, you all feel this as if all of the ravens cry out at once and are suddenly silenced because Star Wars. And then that cold lingers and you feel like you need to sit near a warm fire for like an hour. It's just like part of your body's heat has been leached out of you.
Thank goodness for the Thunderfest.
Okay, so sadly, that one did not work so well. But Jekyll, I think you had one more bad decision to make.
I have many bad decisions to make.
Okay.
but I was going to probably cast that one at the site because I am going to do terribly bad idea things there.
Okay.
But bad idea number 2, well, not really bad idea number 2, but just important idea number 2. I am going to use enhanced skill on Reverend to make him a better fighter.
Awesome.
because he's going to be brawling with this behemoth.
Yes,
And you
please.
have that as a rote, right?
Yes, it's actually a praxis for me.
Oh, nice. Okay, sweet. So that means
So
that
I don't
you... Yeah. Go ahead.
So I get I'll probably, do I use my rote skills for this? I forget.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, so we're going to be targeting what is it, brawl, right? As a
I think
skill?
so. That's what I use for fighting. Yeah.
Yep, then brawl it is.
Brawl or melee.
So
I'll tell you what. Hold on. I'll tell you what.
Mhm.
I'll tell you what.
Both are really good. How much does this increase me by?
Oh, I can choose however I want. So it's because I have to spend potency on it to get there. So-
Weaponry is 2 dots away from being max, and brawl is 1 dot away from being max. So make your choice.
Okay.
My cross would be weaponry. My other weapons would be brawl.
Then I will do brawl.
That's probably what I'm gonna use. Yeah.
Actually, I'll do both as I can. I just read the spell.
All right, so important safety tip is we're about 20 minutes away from closing for the night. Write all of this down.
Right.
So that you remember.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So I am going to so for enhanced skill, Throck, so it's Gnosis 3, Mind 3.
Yes.
And since it's a praxis, I don't get the benefit of having 5 reach. It's only
No, you do. Remember, I don't like they're having 3 different ways to cast spells. So
Okay.
Praxis is an enhanced route. So you do get the reach on it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So I will definitely be spending the reach for the
Duration?
So I'm gonna for the duration is going to be a day. So I have a -2
Okay,
dice.
so that's a -2 dice. Yep.
And then I am also spending the rest of my reach because it's mostly just potency at this point.
Yep.
And it's all going to Reverend, and it's going to max out his. I'll spend the mana. Hell, why not? I'll spend the mana because I'm going to use all the extra reach. So I'm going to spend 1 mana, and for the 2 reach, being able to let both his skills go above the maximum.
Oh shit. Okay.
So
yeah. So you're going to. So it's a 1-for-1. You start with a base of +1, right?
Right.
You're spending 1 mana
Right.
to allow it to affect 2 skills. Is that correct?
Well, actually, it's just to go above the maximum because I can because the reach actually just lets me divvy it up however I want.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna, and then you want to add how many dice worth of extra bonus skill?
How much reach do I have? How much reach do I have left for to dump into potency?
4, because you only
4?
the only thing you have used it for, right, is to increase the duration.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I will put 2 and 2 on both weaponry and brawl, so you can go to max.
So that is 5 reach.
And above.
I have max weaponry, and I have 1 above brawl.
Yep.
1
So you
above the max.
So you have 6. You have 6 dots in brawl essentially.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
This is
Okay.
important.
I'm ready to send this demon back to hell.
Well, I still have to cast it. Hold on.
Yeah. So you were at 6 dice. You were at
Yep.
4 dice. You can be at a max of 7 dice by using Yantra stuff.
Okay. For the final, so for that one, what I'm going to do is I am going to retrieve, because this is mind. What I'm going to do is I am actually going to pull out a card that was actually given to me, and it actually is like one of those cards you usually see, like another, like someone of religion from a religion, just being like, it's like one of those motivational quotes that's in there, and I actually use that as to recite as I'm empowering. So it's gonna be one of those motivational ones, something about how heaven's doors are always open.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that.
Okay, so it's let me see here. So it's Gnosis plus Mind, and then so that's 6 dice total, right? And then
Yeah,
I get
-2 for it being 1 day,
right,
and then +2, so up to 6,
right,
and then up to 3 for you. So it's actually 9 dice.
okay, so it is 9 dice. Okay,
Yeah.
and it is a praxis. So if I get 3 successes.
If you get 3 successes, it's an exceptional success. That is correct.
Okay. 4 successes.
That's an exceptional success. So, you regain a spent willpower, and you can either choose to get an additional step in the primary spell factor, an additional reach in the primary spell factor, or a condition that will give you or your target arcane beats, refund all mana, or ignore withstand levels and take effect full potency.
Ooh, man, that's a lot of choices.
Yeah,
I know.
it's-
I feel like I'm going to take the arcane beats though, because I'm 1 away, so I can get
Okay, we'll take the
experience
arcane
fight.
beat. Yeah. You will take the arcane beat, and sweet. There you go.
Alrighty.
Awesome. Congratulations on that.
Yeah.
So, tell us about your Numina.
So for this one, as you do, what you see is in all the reflective surfaces, you see a shadow kind of just ever so edging on the corner. You hear some muddled whispers, and all of a sudden you have this shadow kind of just looking at, centering all on Reverend, and just kind of pointing at Reverend at this point. And they all are basically just whispering and muttering to themselves, and it sounds as if it's belittling but also encouraging.
You suck, but you're awesome. But you suck, but
Mixed
you're awesome. But you suck, but you're awesome. I hate
It's
you, but I
kinda
love
like-
you.
It's kind of like the do better.
It's like my mother. Oh, you do great in the classes you like.
Oh, that hurts.
And last but not least, Reverend, you're going to attempt to move a river of magic.
Now, do I do that?
You would have to do that now. You're not going to be able to do that. Like,
I didn't know if it was gonna be like I'm fucking lugging it while I'm going over there. Like, hey, stop torturing people.
I'm just
It's
gonna
fine."
log the river of magic on my back as I'm walking down the street.
So let me pull it up.
Yeah.
I was flipping through to try to see.
It's a prime 3 effect.
Yes, it is. It is geomancy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It is a weaving.
Yes.
And I can use occult and expression. Well, those are just the road skills. Yeah. So yeah, it's a prime 3. So what am I rolling here? I think I'm rolling prime, obviously.
You're going to be rolling prime plus gnosis. So here's the questions.
Okay.
The area is going to be very large, right? Because you're literally moving the river.
But I also add occult to that because it's the.
You may. So we're going to do this from top to bottom.
I only have like one.
Okay. So you're going to get 3 free reach to start with. First question. How long do you want this to last?
1 day.
1 day. Okay. So you're going to be at -2 dice to start.
Okay.
So
So let me click on it. I'll start doing the modifier.
Okay. Well, let's wait till all the math is done. And you have spent 1 reach to go from standard duration to advanced duration. So it's only going to affect 1 subject, but the area of effect is going to be -4 dice, I think. And the reason I think that is because that is a large warehouse or supermarket-sized area. And so essentially what you're doing is pushing a hunk of it over towards the building, right?
Right. To
In order-
affect.
Yeah, to affect the bend in the river, essentially. Does that make
Can
sense?
I have it? yeah. If that makes, because I just want to affect the basement, but I don't totally know where this thing is. So, I
So
think
you're not affecting the building, you're affecting the river of magic. Right?
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I'm
so
taking
you're-
a chunk of it.
You're taking a chunk and moving it like this, so the whole thing bends, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just
Somewhere
seeing-
in the city, 5 mages just went, what the hell is going on?
Everyone
Yeah.
else in this region is just going, I sense a disturbance in the ley lines.
There's one mage fighting it.
Oh.
and his magic goes away.
So The next
Kali
thing
temporarily disappears, or getting ready to go grab her cleaning alcohol here soon. Cough, cough.
Okay.
It's
So then-
medicinal.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was making a joke. No, go.
Okay. The next thing is you're going to have to spend an additional reach in order to reach out to that space and actually move it, right? Because you can't touch it. You're not near it. You
I
need to
couldn't go over there and like.
You could. You'd lose the benefit of your ritual space.
Oh right, I want that.
Yeah. And so that's going to be that will incur a total of 1 paradox reach so far. Because you are reaching far, far away, well, like half a mile, in order to reach out with your mind.
This is not a road,
Yeah. And this is not a route. I'm also going to add 1 additional paradox reach because 1, it's not a route, and 2, you are directly affecting. You are moving a magical effect directly into the line of abyssal fire, essentially. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So you are at a grand total of -4 dice.
Ouch.
And 2 paradox reach. Your pool starts at 6. You get +2 for being in the ritual space. You'll get 3 more from being able to use your magical tools and ritual stuff, right?
I'm gonna be using my cross, to like.
Okay. So that puts you at 3, 6, 7, 8, 11 dice -4. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 dice. Right? With 2 paradox. So
Okay.
I will roll the paradox, and then you will roll your dice.
What's my modifier?
Your modifier would be 2,
I'm rolling
1.
Intelligence,
1.
Occult, and Prime.
No, you're only going to be rolling Prime and Gnosis. Plus
okay.
1 die. Yep. So our 1d10. That was like advanced fucking math right there, Jesus. And I still... Oh no, it's 2d10. Hang on. 1d10.
With one.
Paradox even failed harder.
With
I'm
1
never gonna-
modifier, you said?
Yeah. So you're gonna roll a total of 7 dice. And
Fuck.
you had a dramatic failure.
Okay. So.
For the duration of the next day, you are unable to spend mana.
Oh, suck.
Oh, you know what? Did you forget about using willpower, or did you just choose not to use willpower?
I can use willpower?
You can always use willpower.
How do that?
You should have spent it before, but we took 2 weeks off. So this will be the one reminder for the team that you must spend willpower before you cast. But if you would like to spend a point of willpower, I will be a kind and forgiving DM and allow you to roll 3 extra dice.
Yes, please.
Okay. 1 time. Once. 3 dice.
What dice do I roll? D10s?
3d10. Yeah. /R 3d10. So /R space 3d10. 3 successes.
Ah, damn it!
That's all you needed.
And it's all 8s. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, that is exactly what you needed 3
Yeah.
times in a row. Nicely
So-
done. I wish I rolled some fucking 8s over here. Jesus.
No, you don't
that
deserve
No
it.
waits for you.
You don't need them. It's okay.
That's because they were all successes?
No, there would need to be 2 10s.
Okay.
And then those 10s
Yeah.
would have to roll every day.
Re-roll on 10.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us about your magic, how it manifests, and how you do this ritual.
Alright, so I need to move the entire magic river or a chunk of it over. So he takes out his cross. Who is screaming? Who is the... Just like...
That's on my end. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. So he takes out his cross and he looks at where can I see it?
I'm going to say narratively, as you reach your perceptions out, you see this flowing river of magic.
So he takes the cross and he points it at it, at this river of magic, and he goes, "Oh, give me the strength." And he points his hand in the direction of Harmony House.
Yeah.
And he just starts pooling his arms together
as he's slowly pulling his arms together, he is like whispering under his breath. And you can see as he does this, this sort of the area around you starts to get like hot. You know what I mean? And it's not just like humid, like hot, like you're in an oven. And you see like sort of the wavy lines of heat, but it's not actually affecting your skin or anything. It just feels like that. It almost feels like if you touch any of these surfaces, it's going to burn you. And around the top of his head, this basically halo of like molten, it almost looks like molten metal or something. Just this glowing molten halo is above his head as he just and pulls the fucking ley line towards the Harmony House and shifts the magic. And I don't know what effect that would have on like the area or if we feel it at all. But at the end, he clasps the cross in his other hand, and he's sort of like steaming while he's holding it, and then just amen. And that's it.
Awesome. Okay. So, our Cabal, having prepared themselves for the conflict to come, buffed, stronger, faster, smarter, more ley-liney.
Tried to get even more protected, and then
I'm also gonna go buy a gun.
Your Huggles.
Reverend's gonna go buy some guns, and we're gonna do this.
just shoot it. It's okay.
M16s. But this, as it is now almost 11:30, this is where we're going to leave them for tonight, as our Cabal steps out into the darkness, prepared to fight Anthraka, the Ninth Calamity. Next game, which will hopefully be next week, knock on wood, here on Wardens of Whitechapel. I've been Throck, your storyteller, and I have had the great pleasure of playing with these amazing human beings today. I am so glad to be able to play with this group. So let's go around, get thoughts, and shout-outs for everybody. We'll start with Kevin. Kevin?
It's still not back.
Kevin?
Step away.
I know, I'm being a shit.
just a-
Yeah, I'm just being an asshole.
Okay.
So, yeah. We will go, I guess, in opposite order, starting with Jackie, also known as Death by Mage, or as I like to call him, DBM.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Jackie, better known as Death by Mage on the internet. And wow, what a game tonight. Actually, my favorite part is that nice little talk with Reverend and Jekyll. That was a nice little bit. Also, I'm very glad that we buffed now instead of on site, because I can't take any more Paradox.
Mage buffing is a thing.
I really can't take more Paradox. That's okay. I'm gonna do bad decisions next game anyways. It's okay. It's all fine. It's all fine.
It'll be
You're
great.
the only person I've ever met who plans out his bad decisions.
I mean, yeah. So you all didn't see it, but I was contemplating in chat in our private chat the entire time what I'm gonna do, and there's some great bad decisions coming.
Awesome. And we can find you at Death by Mage, and you are a renowned author of all sorts of D&D goodness. I'm gonna say it every time because it's fun for me. That's all. Because I think it makes you feel uncomfortable.
It does.
Yeah.
Yes, you can find a lot of my material on the DM's Guild, like my best-selling Journey into the Feywild. Also, I contributed to Artifacts of the Guild. There's also a new book, I think, coming out soon that has me in there. And also, I am renowned, apparently, for the Jubilexian Slime Race. Thanks, comicbook.com.
Thanks, comicbook.com. All right. Bohemian Goth.
Oh, I'm just glad I made it before the end of the stream. Traffic was terrible. And that, what I was here for was great. Definitely, like you said, so glad we buffed ahead of time.
Yeah, it's super important. And by the way, a common trope in Mage games everywhere, for those of you who have never watched Mage game before, is spending half a session going, we're going to cast all these spells before we go into danger so that we're awesome. Yeah.
I have an idea I want to try, but I'm not going to say anything until I get ready to try it. So.
Is it as bad as my decision?
It'll be like kind of improvising a spell. Hopefully I have the
just as bad
stuff for it. Probably just as bad, yes.
I'm being shady. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Oh. Evan!
Yes, hello, I am Evan.
I am Evan Jennings 64 on the Twitter. I am Zombie Love Juice on Instagram and all that stuff. I had a good time. I like this. I like that I was able to use some of my magic, having a good time with that. And I really like flavoring the magic. I think that's my favorite part of it, the customization of how your magic works, because it's all very like different and interesting. It brings like a whole different element to it. I'm so stoked to do this fight. I'm ready to beat this thing's ass. Because we missed the 2 sessions, but I feel like it's just been attacking the city for this long, and it just pisses like it's been fucking with us for this long. So I'm like, God, I hate this thing. I want it dead. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that we basically just Batmaned up and got all of the kryptonite in order so we can go fuck this thing in the face.
It's the entire Batman loadout scene that you see in every Batman movie.
Basically, yeah.
Without the nipples.
With the nipples. So,
Wait, why without?
yeah, listen, every
It's
time.
horrible.
But Batman nipples aside, I think that this is a good one. You can find me here every Wednesday. I'm doing the Mage thing, obviously, and then I'm also every other Saturday is Sabater Day, where we play Evil Vampires in Berlin in 1966, which is a lot of fun. And I run my own D&D on the Beyond EMH YouTube channel, which you can see an evil campaign that I run with my friends. And yeah, that's about it.
Sweet. Okay.
Hi, I'm Kate, or K_undead, Undead K as moniker on the interwebs. You can find me, K_undead at Twitter. You can also, I will go ahead and provide the link, find a art page that I have with just random stuff and junk on the Book of Faces. It's called Creations by Undead K, but that is not the link, so there is the link there. Thank you so much, and yeah.
Yeah, yawned. It's not your fault. I'm tired. I did a lot of housework today. Sweet. And then Kevin.
Hello, everybody. Sorry for that little family thing. Yeah. So I'm Bisonic Kevin on the Twitter, and I'm all over the Discord as Bisonic. And you can find me the Discord down below. I'm sure someone will link that. And also, I'm good to announce.
Yeah, you should absolutely announce it.
All right. So starting in the next few weeks, I will be running a Rifts game that is currently not full yet. So let's see how that fills up.
I'm playing in it.
Rifts is a crazy system where you can do an amoeba or a dragon or just a dude with a pistol.
Like
very
literally
excited.
anything from
Or all of the above.
Or
Yeah.
all of it, yes.
You can be an
I
amoeba
once
dragon
asked-
with a pistol.
I once asked Kevin, can you be a Nyan cat? Like, can you be a Nyan cat? And he goes, I could work it into the system. Like, you know, there's like a logistic way to create a Nyan cat in the game. It's
Yes.
just insane.
Yes, you can.
But
Yeah.
if you're interested, hit me up in Discord or Twitter or whatever.
That girl,
And
if
that'll-
you would like to be in that game,
Yeah.
you should go to our Discord. And then, hey, it worked, yay. And message Kevin, Bisonic Kevin, whatever your Discord name is, and we'll get you in. Because we're not full yet.
Hey. All right. And that's thank you for your patience for me stepping away. I needed to take care of something, so thank you.
All right. Live you. And hi, I'm Throck. I'm the co-founder here at Welcome to the Party, a channel dedicated to diversity, equity, inclusion, and education in role-playing, where we give people a place to stream and teach them how to do it. Yeah, I know it's a lot. It's more than 3, and that... Yeah, okay, shut up. We're very happy that everyone came out with us tonight. Y'all are amazing human beings for keeping chat hopping, all of the crazy new follows, all of the bits. We even got a new resub today. We love you very, very much. If you haven't hit follow, please remember to hit follow, because we'd love to have you come back for all of our crazy good content. You can find me back here at 9 p.m. Eastern on Friday nights, running our Dragon Dark Days D&D 5e campaign, currently setting their first feet into the Tomb of Annihilation. It's awesome. And I think that's it right now. Is there anything else I'm running? No. No, that's it. I only have 2 games on the channel. We're growing up. We're growing up. It's so great. I don't have to run a bunch of games for content. I love it. It's only been a year and a half. Anyways, sorry. You can check out our full schedule below, and we have amazing games with amazing people all across the week. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. We are going to go raid our dear friends at, I think, probably Soul Bear RPG, if they are playing. They are!
They are. They're in the middle of probably dying.
Oh yeah, that's what I want to see. So we're gonna go watch some human beings. We're gonna go watch some D&D characters die on Soul Bear RPG. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Bye.
Bye.
Who's waiting for the raid to count down? Thank you for hanging out.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
And there we go. We're raiding. Boink. And